Antonio's Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys have signed defensive end James Houston, who had 9 sacks in 20 career games for the Lions and the Browns. To make room, they released defensive end Luigi Villain. Cowboys pass rusher Micah Parsons is at camp despite not having a new contract, but is not participating currently due to what he described as back tightness. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Whoop, whoop! What day is it, Vic?
Hump day.
Oh, what's that? What's that?
Day.
Oh, hump day it is, baby. Hump day. That's right. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman, Mr. Rob Thompson. Hey, good morning, Rob.
Carry on. Carry on.
And there's old Victor Brown on the other side. Slick Vic, they call him back in the day.
Good old days.
Back in the day when your girl was out there looking at him, thinking, ooh, oh.
No, she was jealous because
Hey,
all the
Mr.
girls were
DJ,
there.
play that song.
The girlies.
Want to rock with you all night
Dude.
long. Oh,
I can see why he was cool. Last night I was out at, I'm looking at wedding destinations, wedding venues with the kids.
Oh,
Me and the wife and the in-laws are looking at wedding venues.
yes.
Okay.
And, you know, you get these, like, menus of all-inclusive, partially inclusive. You bring the booze, we got the booze, all that stuff. And DJs, man, a pretty good gig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
1,500, $2,000 a night, man. That's
today's
good.
price.
Yeah, that's good work.
Back then, it was about, I would get about $300-$400
So
a
all
night,
I really need is an iPad and some speakers.
basically.
And
basically,
if
that's
you
all
get an
need.
iPad and some speakers, you're now Diplo.
Can I be Diplo? Well, I need a nickname, right? I'd have to have a nickname. But I'm thinking, man, I need a side gig. Now, I'd need some help.
What's the how do I put this politely? What's the wealth status of the in-laws?
We're of equal.
Okay.
I mean, actually, he's a very successful man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, typically,
It's typically the bride, yes.
right.
But times, dude, the more I'm getting into this, times
are
have
changing?
changed, man. First of all, those kids don't want to get married on Saturday. They want to get married on Friday night. They
So
want
they
to
can have like a whole weekend?
Yeah, the whole plan. It's not like, well, aren't you doing Saturday? No, we want to do Friday night because we want the whole weekend. We want to party the next day with everybody too. We don't want to just spend I'm like, all right. And
I guess if you're doing like a destination wedding.
well, this isn't a destination. This is just a venue that'll host the wedding and the reception together.
But I mean, so they're talking about renting a place for 2 days?
No, just getting married on Friday. Everybody coming into town Saturday.
And then like maybe partying at somebody's house on
probably,
Saturday?
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
like a
okay.
reception on Saturday?
I thought you were
No,
saying like
the wedding, the reception, everything Friday night, but everybody's in town, so they're all together again on Saturday to all
Okay.
go do some kind of group thing.
I thought you were saying, oh, we want to rent this farm out in Fredericksburg
no, it's
Friday
not like that.
and Saturday.
What's
And all
Oh,
these animals.
Lord.
and the
Unicorns and dolphins.
so
Emus and
but
llamas.
we have rounded in. I think they've settled on a place. I think this is
Okay.
probably where it's going to be.
All
And
right.
so I kept wondering, like as the father of the groom, I know what the responsibilities were when I came up.
Yeah.
I got the rehearsal dinner and the groomsman's gift or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
something like that. I think it's more going to be of a team effort,
Oh, okay.
which I'm not against. But
Yeah. But when you have boys, you kind of like,
you kind of think, yeah, no what?
Yeah,
but
nice.
and it is what it is. But a lot of that stuff no longer, like the rehearsal dinner, I don't even think is a thing anymore.
what do you mean?
I
guess if you have dinner on, or if you have a wedding on Friday night, what's the rehearsal?
yeah, when's the rehearsal?
Who's going to
And-
take time out of the day on a Wednesday to come have a rehearsal?
Right. Oh, and there's something else that's gone too that I thought that I would play a part in that isn't it. And
Well, it's been replaced by the engagement shower.
I think there's more of those coming.
Oh, Lord.
They do something pretty cool now that I'd never considered, and a way to save money.
Premarital sex.
Well, that's that. You know what? From what I've read, that's not quite as common as in our day, quite frankly. But they have a stock the bar party.
Oh, okay.
And when I saw those, I'd never actually been to one. I just kind of assumed you bought a bottle of your favorite whatever, and you put it in your bar when you moved into your house. You built your bar to start. No, this has to do with the
wedding.
Yeah, the wedding. Everybody bring the booze they want to drink a couple of weeks beforehand, or just bring something, and it'll all be served back to you.
You know,
and I'm like, you know what? Crowdsourcing the bar is not a bad idea.
I saw something this weekend. Somebody had a wedding, and it was saying something I'd never seen, but the best idea of at a wedding to raise money for your honeymoon. Everybody sat down at the reception, and the bride and groom stood up. Everybody's waiting to eat. The bride and groom stood up and said, "The bidding for the first dinner starts now. The high bidder, their table served first tonight."
Oh, that's a pretty good idea.
And
actually.
all the proceeds went to their honeymoon, and the high bid was $1,500.
Wow.
And that table got the first dibs. Like they all got together. Like there's 10 people at a table. They say 150 each. Let's go first.
Well, I'm Puerto San Antonian. I grew up doing the dollar dance, and I took that to Dallas. We had a dollar dance at my wife's North Dallas wedding. People didn't know what we were talking about, where you line up to pay them a dance.
Yeah.
And we pulled in a healthy amount once people realized what that was. But a lot of people in North Dallas had never seen a dollar dance. So we had that. All the San Antonians got in line. Everybody go, oh. So it's
in Houston, the dollar dance is different. It's like in the room where the groomsmen are all set up. There's dollar dances.
That's a different. That's just the bridesmaids.
Well, in today's world, you're going to be playing this. Yeah.
Huepa!
I thought it was going to be get low. Get low.
Wait.
Huepa!
I hate this.
Oh, it's bad. Wait, I couldn't send you the reel because you're not equipped to watch it. I sent it
on Facebook
to Vic yesterday.
I saw it.
We
right
have
now.
Edgar's at a flea market.
On Facebook.
Edgar's at a flea market, and it's a horrifying sight, brother.
Like the guys are wearing
like
heels.
wedge sandals.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
I don't
weird.
understand.
I don't get it.
I did see a guy in Puerto Rico with an Edgar. It's spreading.
We've exported the Edgar.
It's spreading.
Did we get a tariff on it?
We got to.
We're not sending our best.
You saw the haircut that originated on Marbach and 410?
We're not
Puerto
sending
Rico?
our best. We're not sending our best. We're sending the worst haircuts we have.
Sweet.
Yeah.
The worst ones.
Is now in the Caribbean.
Chihuihuis. Is this where the fighter, where the guy that says Chihuihuis, that's what this comes from?
Yep.
That's one of the huepas.
I didn't think this, is this Mexican?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kings del Huepa. That's the name of the group.
What are they even talking about, Vic?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm Mexican.
But
not that
evidently you got to
Mexican.
do this dance on your toes, on your
Yeah.
tiptoes, or you're not doing it right.
That's right.
That's not gonna be good for your knee.
I've aged out of this one.
Yeah, but maybe they'll do it at Jack's
Well,
wedding.
there might be a couple of huepas.
Hey, you never know.
It
depends on.
I
what
did
DJ
tell
it
him
is.
when we were looking at that $2,000 for the DJ. I was like, I got a pretty good playlist.
Yeah.
I'll just take my I'll bring my iPad and we'll hook it up to some speakers and I'll DJ.
I think that's
you
the
pay
other
me
thing.
$2,000.
I think that's the other thing the father of the groom is responsible for, is clothing the groom. So that would have been one of your.
Probably, yeah, I'd assume, but it's a rental, right?
But yeah. But
So
I don't know, man. I don't know how
there's
things
a lot
work.
of money in this wedding business.
Oh, dude,
I'm gonna be franc. Put on weddings.
my wife's best friend is a wedding planner in Houston, and
You're like a subcontractor. You're like a contractor, man. There's like 30 different moving parts to this thing.
she is a wedding planner and just moved into $1 million house.
Yeah, man. I get it.
And if you got the life, you got the life, I suppose.
And they nickel and dime you to death, man. Do you want the white napkins or do you want the really nice pink ones? Now, those are $1 more, and we multiply that times 250. Or would you like the plastic knives or do you want the metal ones? Because those are $2 more. Do the math. We're suddenly getting to like $180 a person here.
What about that?
This is adding up.
What about those the cutlery that is plastic
That
but
looks metallic? I'm like,
metallic?
Hey, man, I'm of the, why don't we just have it at the house?
Well,
we'll have it out back. I'll
cook sandwiches.
I'll
cut them in half so you can handle them with just your hands.
I'll smoke a brisket. I'll find some dudes to park the cars. We'll have a good time. It'll be a party.
Just get bean and cheese from Ben's.
Yeah, we'll have tacos. We'll have a lovely parting gift.
Beans and
We'll
rice.
have a couple of kegs out back. It'll be fun.
I see. It's funny because it's funny you say it like that. This is such a big deal because like all the planning that's going into it. Because from what I understood, couples now, like their generation, is more like we want to have a very simplistic wedding and then really, to have money to start our lives.
That's kind of their idea, I guess. But that's what it was to start with. But it's one of those things. Once you get immersed in it, there's a lot of moving parts, man. And you vary one thing, you always have to multiply it by like 150. So whatever they say, you go times 150 or whatever.
Is that how many people are?
I just threw that number out. I have no idea. I'm kind of on the periphery here. I don't know. I know that the plan is. I think there's at least 150. I think that's where we're at.
Yeah.
No, you'll spend about $20,000 when it's done.
I think really, you know what, Vic? That looks like where the number could be. I mean, I'm not a party to
that's
this.
How much it is?
None of your kids are married yet, right?
No.
Okay.
Like I got married at the courthouse. Like we saved all. We were gonna have a big thing and everything. I said, let's get married at the courthouse, and we used the money to go to the coast.
I basically showed up for my wedding. I didn't. Yeah. I was living in a different city. You know, all I said was, I'm getting married in North San Antonio or North Dallas. I have to have mariachis, and that was about it.
Yeah.
That's about all of my only request. But everything else was, that sounds great. I didn't know.
Yeah.
In hindsight, my gosh, I'm glad I lived here.
Well, I had an arranged marriage, so it was everything was taken care of. I just showed up, and I gave them $200, and they gave me their daughter.
Really? You gave me the 3 cows and
that's right. I said, "Do you have the bride price?" And I said, "Here's $200." And
dowry. You have your dowry?
They just gave her to me.
2 cows, a donkey, and a firm handshake.
Yes.
You worth 10 cow.
That's right. That's right. And they said when you hit her,
has birthing hips. I'll give you an extra cow.
Hit her on the upper back, because if you hit her on the lower back, she'll be down for several days.
She's a worker.
She'll be bad with. If you hit her on the upper back, she's fine. But if you hit her in the lower back, she'll never be able to pull the plow. And
is she allergic to dish soap?
Look, large ankles, extra cow. Look, dowry.
And then and ironically, they gave me a bullwhip, Rob.
That's why I kept asking for it.
Yeah, Rob has
I have to pay that in the dowry.
That's what Rob does. Like, you know how wedding planners are like, oh, do you want the pink napkins or the white? Rob's like, no, do you want the thick bullwhip or the
long one?
Do you want one that's going to like knock them down, or do you want one that's just going to sting a little?
Do you want the Mexicano or the Indiana
Now,
Jones?
how many goats is this girl going to cost me? How many goats? Is she like a 12-goat girl? Is she a 12-goat girl? Because that's cheaper. If it's only like 8 goats, you might want to take a second look, because obviously that's some trouble. I checked the Carfax and it's not good.
Oh no, this has been.
It's going to be a couple extra goats.
It appears this has been an
Looks
accident.
like she's been wrecked a couple of times. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Total. Got a salvage title on it.
Salvage title.
It's not worth nothing.
Well, I guess I'll take it. But can I get a warranty?
It's over 200,000. It's over 200,000 miles. This is cash only, Bubba.
Hey, you got 30 days. That's all I can give you. It's tough being the father of the bride.
Yeah. Oh,
no warranty on this one. Wreck title.
But they're like they are a long way from like when it's going to happen, right?
We're like a year from October. But you know what? They look at the dates, and it's already kind of booked. I was shocked. I thought, are we really doing this far out? And we pulled up the dates.
Yeah.
And when they're doing it, I'm like, they're going to do it in the fall. So at least it's on a Friday night. So might miss an NFL game in October.
Not on Friday night. You should be okay.
There'll be a couple of college games, but
yeah.
It won't interrupt Saturday
It'll probably
viewing.
be like a Sun Belt game or something.
And that's
That'll be
part of the decision-making process. No kidding.
Well, it should be.
They don't want to pull people off of an Aggie game on October the 23rd or whatever your team is, so you can go to the wedding and still make your game.
I'll be honest, Rob. Like, not that I'm invited, but I would never even consider going to a Saturday wedding in the fall or a Sunday wedding. I would never even. It'd be like, oh, sorry, man, I can't make it.
Well, you certainly would look at the schedule and go, well, if it's 7 o'clock, what would I miss? Oh, Hawaii, I'll go to the wedding.
Yeah.
So no, it's a logical concern now that you think about it. So Friday, you're kind of still free to do the weekend, but
now I have a cousin who's getting married. She got engaged. I don't know, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago. They're getting married in September or October, like it's coming fast. Now, her family is of the we wait until marriage type of thing.
That's why they're rushing.
I don't know. They met at church. I don't know if this is if that's why the wedding is happening immediately, but I would guess that has something to do with it. If you've already had sex, dude, what's the rush? You know,
right.
Can't wait to give her half my stuff. Yeah, right. No, but when you're
he wants to get in that.
If you've got to wait up on that, it's like, hey, clock's ticking. Let's go.
I don't know. He should test drive it before, man. I don't know. Saying. You never know.
I think that's always the way. But,
it's got to be the way.
It better be.
But that's also the I have the opposite reason of why my wedding was rushed was because
you were about to go to.
We experimented a little too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has there been any math taking place by the?
Oh yeah, he's fully aware. He's fully aware.
Oh, not me. I had all my. After I had my 3 kids, we didn't get married till like 7 years later.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. This is your 11th anniversary?
Yeah.
I'm 22, Pop.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to make sure she was the one.
Well, no wonder your in-laws like you so much.
Yeah.
Mom, we've got our 3rd baby. I think he's finally ready to marry me.
Yeah.
I got him.
I think he's the one.
I think there's I think the child support at this point would be so onerous that he's just got to lock it up.
The economics tell us. Now you're worth more dead.
Oh, man.
Now.
Barry! Come on, man.
Yeah. All right. Hey, what a show we've got for you today. Micah, Micah might have finally reached the point of
maybe.
Dude, I've been a good guy
exactly
for a long
what
time.
Jerry's plan. What did Jerry think was going to happen?
I get, yeah.
What did he think?
But we'll talk about him. We got a lot to discuss, quite frankly. A lot of football to discuss. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like they are picking up the construction cones on 35 southbound, Randolph on down to 410. So that road work is in the clearing stages. Still a little bit of a delay from right around Judson Road. On 35 lower level, southbound approaching Maine, they did pick up that debris. You might notice a little bit of a delay from right around Brooklyn Avenue. On I-10 westbound, the off-ramp to Zool Road. This is far east side of town. We've got some road work that's blocking the exit ramp and causing a little bit of a delay. This road work on I-10 upper level, eastbound Woodlawn to Calabria, now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Guys feeling exhausted? It could be low testosterone. Get your energy back with TRT at Synergenics and Low T Center. Right now, get a free T-test and save over $100. Don't wait. This offer ends July 31st. Book your test today at fixmylowt.com.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
South Texas summer is no joke. With temperatures in the triple digits, your roof takes a beating. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're local, family-owned, and ready to help. Get a free, no-obligation roof inspection from a team that knows South Texas weather. Whether it's commercial or residential, a small repair, or a whole new roof, get peace of mind with Stevens Roofing. Call 210-785-0994 today. Stevens Roofing has you covered.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
See website for details. Bills Happen is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to billshappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
Bills Happen is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Play a little U2 for you here. Mama, I'm coming home. Man, Ozzy, the great Ozzy Osbourne, passing away yesterday. A bit of a bummer, but also like a bit not unexpected. The best thing about it is, I mean, listen, we'll all miss Ozzy. I believe we may have been his last public interview.
That's right.
Did anybody hear him on radio or television after us? That's it. Yeah. So a friend of the show, we'll call him, Ozzy Osbourne, passing away yesterday at the age of, 76?
That's what I saw. Right? That was, but he actually aged in dog years, so you have to multiply that times 4.
Oh, that's what I said. Yeah. I swear I thought Ozzy was 76 the first time I ever saw him. And
like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, more than 20. God, we're talking about 30, 40 years ago. I felt like it was 70. He
didn't age like
he
Keith
aged
Richards.
rapidly.
Well, Keith Richards just had a higher quality of drug, I guess.
I think
I don't know.
Ozzy aged and then kind of stayed the same for what it's worth.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Because, like I said,
when he did the show, right, with B.T. Osborne's?
Right. What I'm saying, by then he already felt like he was 70.
Right.
And then when he died, he was 76, and it wasn't that much different. So it's like, his last 20 years, he aged really slowly. So maybe there's I don't know that I would want to. I don't know that I would want to be in the body of a 70-year-old when I was 40. But
I'm telling you, whatever he was taking, Keith Richards took a better quality.
Oh, no doubt.
Because that dude, he was 70, 35, 40 years ago. But I do find it is crazy that he managed to pull off a show, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I mean, that is you always hear about, you have one good day and then it's over.
Keith Richards is 5 years older than Ozzy was, when he died. And Keith Richards feels like he doesn't feel even close to dying.
You wouldn't think so. He might already be dead. He doesn't know.
And even some of Paul McCartney is 83. I see Paul McCartney on TV doing interviews, and he sounds like he's 50.
Yeah, he's had a lot of work done though.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about he's very with it.
Yeah, it's all a matter of attitude and
it's not like
drug quality, I guess.
Yeah, he's not. There's 80-year-old dudes who the slow talk and
no, he's spry.
Look, I found an audio clip of Ozzy. Check it out. That's what
you said that 3 weeks ago, right?
Oh man!
Well, he made amends with San Antonio.
Yeah,
years later. He came back in like 89, I think, and apologized.
Did they let him do a show?
Yeah, he came back. It was 82. The reason I know the year, and it was, I don't know what the date was, but Sabbath came, and that was when he peed on the Alamo and just kind of.
What part of the Alamo did he pee on?
It was the wall. It was the front. There was a long wall.
The front right side of the wall.
Yeah, he just was stacking around and peed on the wall. And he also, didn't he bite the head off of a bat here too? Was that the same show? Yeah. It's one of those shows that, like the Led Zeppelin story about, the way they trashed the Trop when they came through San Antonio. And now the next one was Ozzy. When he trashed the Alamo and ate and bit a bat. he had to apologize, and we welcomed him back, of course, because we're the home of metal.
Yeah. Rolling Stone did a list of Ozzy's 20 greatest songs. The 20 greatest Ozzy songs. Let's see here. The first one, Black Sabbath from in 1970. The album Black Sabbath. Paranoid. Also 1970, Iron Man.
It's the soundtrack of my childhood, man.
Changes. Oh, yes. Yeah. A good old piano ballad from a band called Black Sabbath. Mm-hmm. Everybody needs one of those. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I don't know.
It didn't sound so violent way back then.
Crazy Train.
Yeah.
That's from 1980.
Yeah, I was in high school.
Mr. Crowley. Suicide Solution.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember Suicide Solution and the Uproar.
Flying High Again.
Which one had the backwards Satan talk?
All of them, I think. Yeah. Diary of a Madman.
Oh man, classic.
Bark at the Moon. I think that's actually the one, wasn't it?
I remember buying
See,
that cassette. Yeah.
Bark at the Moon's getting toward your
that's
your
early
genre.
80s. Yeah.
Well, that was my genre, but I think that's probably your age started picking up. That was when he got big.
Yeah. Shot in the Dark, 1986.
Yes, sir.
Close My Eyes Forever with Lita Ford. Mama, I'm Coming Home.
That's one of my favorites.
That's 1991. That's the one. That's like where it was really like of my age. I Don't Want to Change the World. No more tears.
And that's about it for me. Right about then.
Yeah,
it
I
was
think.
about
Well,
over.
1996. I Just Want You. Dreamer in 2001. Patient Number 9 in 2022. There you go. That's the that's the list of the top 20.
Well, you just talked about what 26 years
from 1970 to
about 95, 96 in my mind. It was now.
Yeah,
you're living on your past laurels. Nothing new was coming. But
no, I think that's fair.
When you do that, that's 26 years of new stuff.
Yeah, and I believe in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as Ozzy and as a member of Black Sabbath.
Should
a long illustrious career.
This reinforces the fact that the Brits just are better performers than we are.
Well, they're much better at rock and roll.
Yeah, they're just better rock and rollers than we are.
They're much better at rock and roll than we are, and that's like we won the war.
But that invasion continues because they're just better performers.
Yeah, that's the one thing they've got on us.
It's not about his talent. He wasn't overly talented, but he's just a hell of a performer.
It's charm.
Well, yeah.
It's the old British
magnetic.
charm.
Just you had to watch him because you were just waiting to see what crazy thing would happen next, but it worked.
All right, we'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like they are picking up the construction cones on 35 southbound Randolph on down to 410. So that road work is in the clearing stages. Still a little bit of a delay from right around Judson Road. On 35 lower level southbound approaching Maine, they did pick up that debris. You might notice a little bit of a delay from right around Brooklyn Avenue. On I-10 westbound, the off-ramp to Zool Road. This is far east side of town. We've got some road work that's blocking the exit ramp and causing a little bit of a delay. This road work on I-10 upper level, eastbound Woodlawn to Culebra, now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com. Football season is coming. Is your home ready for the watch parties? Upgrade your entry game with Romo Door Supply. Tough, stylish doors at prices that score. Visit RomoDoorSupply.com today. That's RomoDoorSupply.com, where home starts strong.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
GimmeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway. I hate games and scams. So when we had the idea to give away $25,000, I was very careful about the way it was orchestrated. Get the top of the market money and enter to be the lucky person to get $25,000. This is no joke. This is no game. This is very real. Just like GimmeTheVin.com.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Joel, I'm proud to introduce my latest in-summer relaxation relief occasion. I call it the Quarter Moon Grill and Go. It's a stainless steel propane gas grill with this, a full-size urinal. If you're gonna grill and you gotta go, it's the Grill and Go.
Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, we fix plumbing and AC issues fast and at a fair price. 210-651-5899.
Grill and
Go away, Nigel. Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone, now through July 28th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
It's Texas Quarter Horse Racing's biggest weekend at Retama Park. Friday is Summer Showdown and Saturday is Retama Park Derby and the $650,000 TQHA Futurity Race. Visit retamapark.com for all the details.
All right, Takis fans. Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips. So we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with Fuego fries inspired by Takis and a bag of Takis Fuego chips. If we had any more heat, we might start an actual... I told him this would happen. For an intense new take on Takis chips, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Includes 1 ounce Takis Fuego chips while supplies last. Takis and Fuego trademarks are used under license.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's gonna finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live out in Selma at Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit.
Micah Parsons' watch continues. We will have the latest from Dallas Cowboys training camp.
All the drama, plus the Texans practice for the first time.
And I hear Rob Thompson is going to join us as the show goes to the dogs.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's go!
Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.638 on the huddle, 94.1. Oh, Azie.
When did Randy Rhodes die?
Ooh,
80.
Yeah, in the 80s.
Yeah, it was. I just remember one of the classmates was
1982.
Yeah,
was crying. Yeah, they were crying.
I couldn't remember if I was in junior high or middle or high school, but I was high school.
I found out on from that was it Cream magazine?
Cream magazine.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's how we found out, other than the news, but that's how we got pictures back then.
Yeah, it was well before I was like.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was like probably 2 or 3 years old. But
Cream magazine, what you thought it was?
No, that's not what I would have.
About music.
No. Not what I would have paid
music.
for. I had regular old Rolling Stone.
Well, see, Cream was kind of like either you were an aficionado, like a snooty rock and roller,
right,
or it was off-brand, depending on how you looked at it.
Okay.
Rolling Stone was certainly the magazine.
Okay.
You had to take Rolling Stone, and it was like Mad and Cracked.
Okay.
Basically the same magazine, just different title.
What I do remember is like the first time someone was I was talking about, Sabbath, and I was hearing Randy Rhodes play, and I saw a picture of Randy Rhodes like in a magazine. I was like, that's a very pretty man. Like, he looked nothing like I expected. Someone named Randy Rhodes. I expected him to be like this badass looking mother effer, and he was
like Dimebag Darrell.
Yeah, and he had like pretty blue eyes.
Well, the picture
and
you saw
hair.
of him is not the picture I see of him. I see the picture when you asked me about Randy Rhodes. It's him kind of leaning into a riff, gritting his teeth, and his eyes dilated like he had cranked himself for 3 straight days. Like,
Vic, just pull up just type in Randy Rhodes into Google, see what the pictures that come up are. I'm curious if I'm alone in this.
Well, I think you got a nice picture of him because my thought of him is like a sweaty, grinding rock and roller.
See, like that picture right there. Look at that.
That's some glam rock. Yeah.
If I told you that's an ugly woman, it's not that unbelievable.
That is certainly
right.
Yeah, but that's of the age, man. If you flash that picture,
he has feathered hair.
You go 1972. As soon as you see it, you're like, oh, that's 72. That's
he has
72 hair.
Feathered hair and dreamy blue eyes.
Kind of a weave.
He looks like a girl from Dallas in 1985.
No. That's too late. No, there's no perm to
late.
that. There's no product in this hair. So we're a decade prior.
Yeah,
so
you're probably
75. Right. But yeah, dude. My picture of him is the bottom one. No, that's Azie. But my picture of him is kind of leaning into a riff, completely cranked.
That's funny. I remember thinking, wow, this guy looks nothing like I expected. Like I expected him to look like Rob Zombie, and he looked like
he looks like he couldn't grow a beard if he wanted.
No, he looks more like like I said, more like an ugly woman than than an ugly man.
Kind of like 70s glam rock.
Yeah. Now Aussie looked exactly what I expected Aussie to look like.
Cranked beyond belief.
He was.
With the John Lennon glasses too, like yeah. Oh, good old Aussie. All right,
sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
That's right, baby. God, you gotta love it. Gotta love it. The latest in the Micah Parsons saga. Let's call it a saga. I think it's grown to the point where we can call it a saga. It seems like yesterday, and we'll play some sound from this later on in the show. But Micah is now coming out and basically, like, you see him kind of frustrated. You see him kind of like, I've been really patient. I've been the good guy here. If they don't want me, I'll pack my stuff up and leave. That it's finally hit that point. Now, I don't know if it could be a negotiation tactic. I don't know.
It is. You think Jerry didn't know what was going to happen? You don't think that he didn't think his player was going to take some umbrage that, be healthy. I hope you don't hit by a car. I missed 6 games. He knew he was going to piss his player off. This was by design. I don't know why he decided to pick a fight. I think he's mad. I keep hearing that there was an offer that was close, that they were very close, and then something happened and Michael walked away from it. And I think that Jerry's kind of getting to the point, like, you're either going to have to make another offer because I'm not going to give you a dollar amount. You're going to have to give me one or something. But this was by design. I mean, you don't call a player out in the first day of camp while he's even showing up. If he wasn't there, he is there, and you said something. So when he comes the next day and, like, I'm just going to stand here, well, yeah, what did you expect he was going to do?
This is akin to you just saying things that you know are kind of pissing your wife off.
Yeah, you're pushing her buttons while you're picking a fight.
Waiting until she blows up, and then why? What is the point of this?
To kick off training camp. We always have this with Jerry, and really, we're not in pads yet. This is just underwear Olympics right now. They're doing some implementation. He's standing around, but for the most part, camp doesn't begin until you put on pads, and that'll be this weekend. So we still aren't fully into it, but Jerry did this on purpose. This was, for whatever reason, he decided to pick a fight. Now, it might have been a spur-of-the-moment thing. It might not have been the plan when he sat down for the State of the Cowboys, but he picked the fight, and when you did that, I'm sure when they walked off the podium, Steven at the very least went, well, let's see what comes back, because something's going to come back. There will be blowback from this.
Now, he did. You know what? Let's take a break. We'll continue this conversation on the other side. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dr. Jacob Torres, he's got a beautiful office down on McCullough. It's called the Institute for Functional Health. I first met Dr. Torres about 8 years ago. Different office, same plan. It was to get me as healthy as possible because when I met him, I was not. And he put into play that functional part of functional health immediately. As I talked to him about a weight loss program, he said, weight loss, nothing. This is to get you healthy, and weight will be just part of the whole plan. And I'll tell you what, 8 years later, he was right. I've lost, it depends on the day, but I'm nearing 80 pounds now. Continue to lose weight. My healthy diet maintains, and it's just the way I live now. It has nothing to do with pills or supplements or shots or anything like that. It was me reevaluating my life and doing the right things at the right time to start losing weight. I want that for you. If you've come to a time where you've got to lose weight, doctors are telling you, or you just don't like the way you feel or look, call Dr. Torres today. The number is 210-468-1891. His website is IFFhealth.com. Go there first. Ask the questions that come off that page. I tell you what, it has changed my life. It's not the easiest thing I've ever done. It is the best thing I've ever done for myself. So if it's time, call him today. I promise you, he will change your life. And when he does, you can come on by and thank me later.
94.1. The College of Healthcare Professionals and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count. Because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team. Southern Recipe Small Batch.
Let's bring the nail gun over here.
Jose stands tall atop his sustainable flooring company.
Totally. It's renewable and moisture resistant, but we have several green options too. Or we got some beautiful reclaimed oak.
But floored by his success, he needs to hire more installers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Introducing the new Dell AI PC, powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps do your busy work for you, so you can fast forward through editing images, designing presentations, generating code, debugging code, summarizing meeting notes, finding files, managing your schedule, responding to Jim's long emails, leaving all the time in the world for the things you actually want to do. No offense, Jim. Get a new Dell AI PC starting at $749.99 at Dell.com/AI-PC. How those ahead stay ahead.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
The right stuff.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Empower.
Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads, race car bobbleheads, little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Eczema flaring up again? We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream. Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart, H-E-B, and other fine stores.
It's your city and your budget. Meet us in your neighborhood for a town hall meeting in August to learn about the proposed budget. Find the dates and locations at sa.gov/budget or call 311. See you there.
Will Dallas's Micah Parsons finally get his new deal while in Oxnard? We're there. And if he does, you'll hear about it first and in depth right here.
You have to earn that paycheck against me.
San Antonio Sports Stars coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning live from Oxnard, California, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hump day.
The most fascinating thing about Azie was that when he sings, every word is so clear and easy to understand.
Yep.
But when he talks, it sounds like he's got a mouthful of breakfast cereal.
It's the Brits, man. They speak our English better than we speak our English.
It's crazy.
I don't know why.
He's the Mel Tillis of rock.
Like I hear interviews, I can't understand a lick, and then I hear him sing, and it's like, man, he's like everything is so like if I were him, I would just sing everything. I also like that British people don't sing in a British accent.
That's what I'm saying. They speak our English better than we do.
Yeah. Like you would think British people would sound British when they sing, but they don't.
Nope.
It's really weird.
Changed my life when I heard the Spider-Man dude speak.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
He's British.
Yeah. Can't believe it. Believe it.
Put a tariff on it.
Yeah. It's our Spider-Man, not yours.
If you use our language, you got to pay a penny a word.
It's our Spider-Man.
Our accent, man.
That's our Spider-Man. Spider-Man. British people use it's one long word, Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man like we would say. It's Spider-Man.
Although I do like using the word mate. One of my mates.
I feel like that's Australian more.
Oh, that's Brit. Mates.
Oh, like saying it as your friends?
Yeah.
I thought you just meant like
or
calling
lads.
someone mate.
Call the lads. That's Irish. Call the lads.
Yeah, I don't like calling dudes mate.
Hey, mate.
That's
And I can never go to the loo.
The loo? Hey. It's classier.
I can go to the poo. How about that? The poo.
The loo.
You said you had a quote.
Kevin Clark. I don't know who Kevin Clark is. This is a quote from him.
It's the guy from King of Queens, I think.
I thought it might have been, and this might be inappropriate.
Jeez. Oh, Kevin James. Never mind. Same thing.
Kevin Clark says, and I believe this, when I look at Jerry Jones, I think one thing. If the football gods came down and said, Jerry, you get to win the next 3 Super Bowls, but the catch is you can't do any more press. He looks at the football god and says, no deal.
Damn.
And see, we have to, whenever I think of Jerry, you have to redefine what you view as success because he's chasing success. He always has. But his success ain't our success.
Yeah.
His success is his name on a piece of paper or being talked about or his face on TV and his bank account. That's his success. And as long as you judge him by that success, you know where he is. But at the moment you start thinking his success is winning and putting skins on the wall and that, you're going to be let down every time because he is very good at chasing his success. So says his bank account and so says his press. Google it. He's successful. This is him.
We will. We're 1 hour down, 1 hour in the books. We'll hear from Micah on the other side and get a feel for where he's at in this negotiation. And I'll just tell you now, it ain't great.
Must be nice, Max Crosby.
Yeah. Suddenly he's comparing himself to those guys. Funny. Morning Huddle 94.1.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back-to-school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. NC 23 while supplies last. Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. NC 23 select models only.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with a trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. The offer ends soon. Call Connecticut today.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Carbach Brewing kicking off the summer with their Music to Your Beer campaign to keep you listeners in San Antonio in a Love Street state of mind. Love Street's got 2 great giveaways going on. Carbach's giving away a custom pair of Love Street Air Force Ones designed by a local artist. Get you stepping into the summer in style. On top of that, you can head down to your favorite watering hole and look for the Love Street Beer Rep. They might be able to hook you up with 2 credits to your TouchTunes account so you can get the whole bar celebrating summer. You want details on that? Check it out at carbachbrewing.com. And if Love Street's not your thing, that's all right. There's something for everybody in the Carbach lineup. Hopadillo, fantastic IPA. That's their flagship IPA. You can even find the Double Dillo right now. That's Hopadillo Imperial for a limited time, but you can find that out and about in the wild as well. Ziegenbach celebrating the great taste of Texas summer. Chance for listeners to win a grill for their backyard. You can find that online at Carbach Brewing as well. Check them out, guys. carbachbrewing.com.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I was pretty hungry and looking at a menu when I named my boat Change Your Tuna. The backup names were Trick or Trout, I Salmonly Swear, and, oh, it gets worse, New Squid on the Block. It wasn't my best day.
Whatever you call your boat, protect it. And start with a quote from Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team, we can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes, teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. based on unit sales data.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying ported. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay out via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute starting to fill in. 35 northbound, south cross up to Highway 90, southwest side of town. That's starting to slow down. Also sluggish on 410 northbound, south cross to Benz Engelman. On I-10 eastbound, 35 Hagberry, just the south side of downtown. That's starting to fill in and slow down. Still have this accident at the intersection of Babcock and Medical. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys have signed defensive end James Houston, who had 9 sacks in 20 career games for the Lions and the Browns. To make room, they released defensive end Luigi Villain. Cowboys pass rusher Micah Parsons is at camp despite not having a new contract, but is not participating currently due to what he described as back tightness. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good morning, everybody. AJ and Rob with you here on a hump day, halfway through the week before we head up to Oxnard, California.
The Port A of Los Angeles.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
To me, it's the Los Angeles Port A. A little quick getaway, a little hour and a half north, a little beach house up there.
Okay.
A little beach house community.
Okay. All right. That works.
Yeah.
It's not as fancy as Ventura.
No.
Ventura's got the money, but Oxnard, Camarillo, that's a nice little retirement beach community.
It's a good spot, man. It really is.
Nice Navy base there.
Yeah.
Port Huanim.
It's a small town. It's got small town stuff going.
Acres of strawberry fields.
Oh,
acres.
Oh,
and they grow strawberries in such an interesting way with a row that's a quarter mile long with that white plastic.
And now
running all the way down. It's interesting.
Now with our new regime, we've got strictly white people picking the strawberries.
So we've got an afternoon gig. We're gonna AJ and I are going to be picking some strawberries this week
because now
I'm not going.
It's a $30 an hour job now.
You know what? But you'll see those people, the harvesting types. They work those fields. And I think you get paid it's paid per day.
I think you get paid by what you
seriously.
You pick.
I think you get paid by the bag. So we need a little bit of spending cash.
Yeah, baby. I can't imagine. I don't know what we would spend it on there, but I'm sure we'll find something.
In-N-Out burger.
Maybe. Yeah.
Spud nuts.
You guys love that Spud nuts. There's like a donut shop that they.
Oh, the breakfast sandwiches at Spud Nuts are worthy.
These guys, they don't try new things. They don't want to try new things when they get to Oxnard.
But we found the best. We searched, and once you find it, but especially for breakfast. Now,
Rudder Room.
Well, no.
They found the Rudder Room. Why try anything else?
The best. It is the worst bar in the world. Why would you not return to the worst bar in the world?
The worst best bar.
There's nothing best about it.
It is a terrible bar. But because it's a terrible bar, you got to go back. The liquor's cheap. You get that.
Yeah. If you want fancy, it's like Corona, maybe, is the fanciest beer they've got.
That's their top shelf.
That's high
That's
dollar.
a top shelf beer. Yeah, you probably pay like an extra quarter for that. A lime, I don't think you want any of that.
First of all, you don't want to touch those limes.
No.
They've been there a minute. No, it's the worst bar in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I'm sure we'll be there.
Oh,
this
we'll
week.
be there on Saturday.
We'll be there. All right, Micah Parsons is there now. Now he's not on the field yet. First of all, let me ask you, like, how much do you think this back tightness is mind games? How much of it do you think is actual back tightness?
If he was truly hurt, he'd be going through some sort of rehab.
Okay.
And he wouldn't be standing holding a tackling dummy. I don't care how tight your back is. If you're truly hurt, you're working on getting better. He's not hurt.
Here's what Micah said about that.
Just being mindful. Obviously, just want to get the body going the right way, the way I wanted to. But, obviously with D-Law gone, like I said, I just felt like it was my turn to lead, and it's hard to do that from the crib. So I want to be here with the guys, show them that I care. I want to be here, win championships, so that's why I'm here,
Okay. I tend to agree with you. I think it's most like I think he could be practicing? Yeah. But if he's got a built-in excuse not to, I think that it is a little bit of a
it's a ploy. It's a plan.
Because listen, man, he could be doing what Terry McLaurin's doing, what Trey Hendrickson is doing.
Absolutely. And I think he's telling you the truth. I think he knew that coming into this, no D-Law, he is the de facto leader of this defense. You got to be here because he knows no matter what, he's under contract this year. He's going to be playing for the Cowboys. This isn't about not playing. This is about getting the raise before your contract expires at the end of this year. So he knows no matter what, he can raise a stink, and he might not ever be back, but he will be playing for the Cowboys this year. So knowing full well that's the case, I think he wants to be there for all the installs, but there is no doubt, and everybody that on the team knows, he is here to just be here in person to stand with his dudes, but he ain't doing anything physical till he gets paid.
Yeah, so they started to ask him about, are you frustrated? Like, where are you at right now? Are you discouraged that this is still an ongoing thing?
Honestly, yeah. When you go around the league and you see these other teams taking care of their best guys, I see TJ got taken care of. Max got taken care of. Miles got taken care of, and he got 2 years left on his deal. So it's hard to, you see a lot of people around the league getting taken care of. You just, wish you had something that, that same type of energy.
Diggs should have said, yeah, and me too.
Trayvon Diggs is literally his hype man at this point.
Because Diggs already got paid. Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
What he said, yeah.
Remember when Kid Rock, when he used to have that, he used to have Joe C, the little dwarf, on stage with him to hype him up? Trayvon Diggs is his Joe C. He's like, yeah, that's the man right there. That's Kid Rock, baby.
We need a hype dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably the highest form of success I've ever heard of.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I actually had to get rid of mine when I came
here. I
here.
have a hype dwarf.
No, I had one. And Dax was like, listen, man, you can't bring that here because the other guys, they're looking for normalcy and they don't want you to come in here with your dwarf, hyping you up. Yeah, I used to have him introduce me every show. Like, the show would have started, you would have brought in the show, and then my guy would have come in and said, now introducing the man you came to hear.
Did he wear like a jester costume?
No, he wore like
mine would wear a jester.
He wore like a fedora. I mean, he was a.
I don't want a pimped out dwarf.
Oh, he was a pimp.
I want a jester dwarf.
Had big chains.
No, I'd dress him like a butler.
Did he have like a purple coat?
No, I'd like a tuxedoed.
Okay. Like Ask Jeeves.
Yeah,
well, it depends. It depends on the situation.
He opens the doors and announces my intro. Guards the bathroom door.
If you were
gives me witty things to say.
If you were to employ someone to open doors for you and guard the bathroom, like you'd probably want a full size.
No, I don't need any protection. I just want a dwarf standing in front of the door. I think that alone would be pretty cool.
I mean, it would be.
Who's that? That's my hype boy.
Well, Micah, because Micah hasn't gotten
Trayvon.
Micah hasn't gotten the big contract yet. He has a regular size hype man named Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, what he said.
He needs Deuce Vaughn there, man.
I know. Well, listen.
Hey, there he is.
Guys needs
a day gig.
Guy's about to need a job, so
Looks like you'd be Deuce Vaughn, my hype dwarf. I'd dress Deuce in a cowboy uniform all the time.
Oh, yeah,
he'd wear a helmet and the whole
with
thing
a
everywhere we went.
big hat.
He'd wear Rowdies.
So
there you go.
I'm first of all, there's a couple things I want to take away from this. You heard Micah talk about everybody who's getting taken care of. As recently as a week ago, he was saying, you can't compare me to those guys. My situation is different than those guys. I'm a lot younger than these guys. I've been healthier than these guys. My situation is different. So I don't want to hear about Myles Garrett. I don't want to hear about whoever. He's like, my situation is different. And now he's saying, hey, man, all these guys are taken care of. What the hell's going on here? You can't have it both ways, first of all. But the other thing is the 109er says, I think they should trade him. They don't need this type of energy. He is a me-first kind of guy, in my opinion. The guy has been so the opposite of me first.
I think he started out that way.
And the fact that he's even at camp tells me he's not really a me-first guy. Like, he doesn't have to be there. He could easily be doing what CD did last year. And it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. We wouldn't be going like, oh, I can't believe. I mean, last year we assumed CD was going to get taken care of.
And he did.
Now, we all assume Micah's going to be taken care of.
And he will.
But at least he showed up to work in the meantime. I think there's something to be said for that.
And I think he wanted some extra credit for that. And Jerry's not giving him any extra credit. I'm going to pay you when I'm going to pay you. I don't care whether we've come to a deal or not. I'm going to pay you when I think it's time best for me. When has Jerry not paid? Let's look over the annals of the Dallas Cowboys. When is he not paid when the player is still in a position to help? Now, he let Emmett go, and there's some of those guys he didn't pay. But if you were still a player that was available to help and you had proven your cowboyness, you got paid. And Trayvon's standing right beside him.
Yeah.
Micah knows, his agent knows, if you're going to be a Cowboy, which we expect that you are, you're going to get the money you want. It's just going to be on his timeline, and you're going to have to accept the fact. And the more you accept it, Jerry's going to poke you in the eye because he doesn't want boring. This isn't going to be boring. We knew we were going to pay you. You've earned it, and here's your check in May and June when there's nobody even paying attention. This is going to be when the world cares, when everybody's waiting in bated breath. What's Jerry going to do? That's when you get paid.
Well, they asked Micah if he is taking this personally.
I wouldn't say it's hard not to take it personally when you know how there's a chain of events of something consistently happening over the course of years when you kind of see it before through other players and things. So you don't take it personally when you're like, all right, it's not like I'm getting treated differently than anyone else, So I don't take it personally. I just don't understand.
And then they asked if Jerry's comments from yesterday or Monday hurt his feelings.
I just put it like this. I wouldn't say they were hurtful. I would just say that, like,
everyone has their
we are going to take care, each other. I think overall, like, I want to take care of him in the same way I want to go out there and play for Jerry Jones. It's just how I feel like that's how we should look at each other. Like, we're all here. Like, there is no difference between us.
But by the way, it's so annoying that Trayvon Diggs feels like he needs to inject in every like nobody's interviewing you right now, Trayvon. Like they're talking to the guy that they want to talk to. They don't need you like over his shoulder. Like, yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, that's my guy right there. Stop it, dude. That's not what we're looking for.
We were laughing in the break. So first practice is done, and for those of you who haven't been there, we'll tell you about it as we're there. But there's a tower, as is typical for any practice. At any big-time thing. Okay. And Jerry watches most of the practice from the tower. Okay. So, as practice is over, if Jerry hadn't come down, and I don't know if he was out there or not, but if any of the Cowboy brass was up at the tower and they see the players walking off the field, and you kind of have to walk through a gauntlet of guys like us, the press, for the teams to go to their locker room, to their workout facilities and the weight room and all that. They have to walk through one specific gate. And we all kind of stand there, and as they walk by, we try to grab them. But can you imagine Steven or Jerry standing at a tower, and you see Micah and Trayvon Diggs stop and suddenly a media scrum surrounds them, and they're standing there for 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. You know, they were like, I wonder what the hell's going on there.
Because
I
Jerry's
cannot wait to hear what they're saying right now.
Jerry's up there with binos.
Oh, I tell you what, with one of those parabolic mics, like trying to dial in, like what are they saying?
What's going on down there?
What are they saying?
Is that Micah?
Oh no, he's talking to Clarence.
Oh no, Trayvon, keep it down. I can't hear Micah over your blabbing.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
no, he's
my
talking
boy.
He's talking to Clarence Hill. Uh-oh.
Are they even let Clarence in camp? I don't know.
He's there. I guarantee this is part of the playbook, man. And I do think in Micah's heart of hearts, he knows it. I mean, you talked about other teams. He has watched how many dudes go through this to get paid, from Zach Martin to Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs. I mean, everybody has had to go through this, and it sucks. I think. But at the end of the day, every one of these dudes is now worth 7 figures.
Right.
So
and that's the light at the end of the tunnel. We got some more to hear from Micah. I got to tell you now about my friends over at L&S Pump Repair and Machine Shop. These are my guys, man. And if you are in the oil and gas business, they're your guys too. I can tell you that. If you are in that business at all, and right now a lot of people in San Antonio are in that business. We got over 90 oil and gas extraction businesses in the San Antonio, New Braunfels area alone. And you know what's important, and that's keeping your operation running. Downtime is money, literally falling out of your pocket. Nobody wants that. You got thousands of man hours, to hundreds of jobs. Like, you got to keep these guys moving. You got to keep everybody getting paid, and you got to keep producing. And L&S knows that. They don't want you to let a bad pump shut down your operation. They specialize in everything from saltwater disposal pumps to heavy-duty H pumps. They've got 24/7 on-site service, so they're not just fixing pumps. They're keeping things moving around the clock. And they've got everything in stock, so you're not waiting days on a part. That can be really annoying, too. If you want to avoid that costly downtime, keep your operation running smooth, call L&S Pump Repair, 936-853-3810. That's 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the second annual Back to School Drive, Saturday, August 2nd from 11 till 1 p.m. or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last, so don't be late. Presented by the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Sponsored in part by North Park Toyota, Central Med, Romo Door Supply, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Are you ready for the all-new Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow and Fire? Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Trucks fly, crash, and smash. Thanks to Good to Grow, kids' ticket prices half off. Coming July 26th and 27th to Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
An accident can leave you struggling to pay for medical bills. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe you deserve justice, no matter your financial situation. That's why you don't pay us unless we win your case. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Game day starts at home, and Romo Door Supply delivers the win. From sturdy entrance doors to stylish interiors, Romo's got what your home team needs. Visit RomoDoorSupply.com. Quality doors, unbeatable prices. That's RomoDoorSupply.com.
School's out, summer's in, and that vacation countdown is officially on. But what about your four-legged MVP? Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit in Selma has your furry family member covered. Daycare, boarding, grooming, and training, they've got it all. They're built for your pet's health, happiness, and tail-wagging good times. If you're in the military, your teacher, or your first responder, they've got barking good exclusive discounts. So go ahead, book that trip, hit the beach, crush your summer plans. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pet in good hands. Because home away from home isn't just for humans. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuits in Selma.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week. No point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
There was a trip to Cabo that I think went for like 8. The value was like 16.
If you'd have bought that, I mean, we could have planned a trip.
Well, I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know, private house, the butler, all that good stuff.
Jason, why didn't you do it?
I sat on my hands.
Would have been a great anniversary present for your wife.
She already got one.
Well, you give her another one?
In 10 more years.
I'd rather have the vacuum cleaner.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1. San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun.
Oh, man. This is a good idea, Vic.
Yeah.
Make it an Aussie day. Ah, yes. We continue to... Oh, I like that.
Yeah, here it comes.
Hit it now, baby! Burn, 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 dun, 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 dun.
I should learn how to play the drums.
Aren't you a drummer, Vic?
Yeah.
You have a drum kit?
I used to.
For your youngest's birthday, I'm going to give him a trap drum set.
Yeah.
Let him set it up in his bedroom.
I'll set it up in here.
And just set it up. Nothing like having a kid drummer or French horn player.
Oh, yeah.
My mom bought my kid a drum set.
Yeah, that's...
But Holden's got 5 guitars. He's got
well, that you can
plenty
just
of
put
noise
on
making
headphones
stuff.
and practice.
Yeah.
Drums,
Well, that's the cool thing now is they've got those
yeah, I've seen the
drum
stuff.
sets that like you
I had that little fake drum pad.
Yeah.
Grade.
Well, you hit those drum pads and
paradiddle flam.
You can hear it in your headset, but no.
I was first chair drummer in 7th grade. You know why I was first chair drummer in the 7th grade?
You were the only drummer?
I could afford the drum.
Oh, there was only one drum in the whole band?
I bought the drum.
Damn.
I had a snare drum.
You guys' band sucked.
It sucked. If I was even on the band, I had to buy my way in.
Jeez. So, like, what did everybody else play?
All the other instruments.
They could afford those?
Well, the 7th grade. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, are drums more expensive than other instruments?
I don't know. All I know was I was first chair because I was the only guy that had a drum.
Damn. Well,
went on to greatness too.
You were in the band too, right, Vic?
Yeah.
Like, did you have to buy your drum, or was it
No.
Did you guys have a community drum?
What? You weren't in the band?
No.
You went on to a music college.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the natural. I bet you were one of the few that was there that had not.
Oh, I was one of the only ones there who didn't play an instrument.
Yeah, that's an interesting pull.
Yeah. But that's not what I was there for.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, you were surrounded by musicians. That, so.
But I was doing like audio engineering, so I was more working the
I get
equipment
it.
and stuff.
But I mean, you were amongst those that had dedicated their lives to something like that.
Did you have to pay for your drums?
Yeah, I paid for mine freshman year.
Damn. How much were your drums?
Back then, total was about $700, including 2 cymbals, Zildjian cymbals. It was Kirk Scott's Drum City off of Paramvitals where we got.
And that's what you played in the high school band?
Mm-hmm. That's what I
You
played.
had to have a whole kit?
Yeah, I had a 5-piece, just 2 toms on the top, bass drum, hi-hat, 2 cymbals.
Now, did you march in the band?
Yeah, I also marched too. I had a Yamaha marching snare.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know, R.J. Ochoa, he of Blogging the Boys and Sports Star fame, he played the whole. He was part of the line.
Yeah.
The quads.
The whole
that's what they call them.
That's what I would have played.
Yeah.
No, I probably would have played just a big drum. The 808. That's what I would have done.
The 808 kick
That's
drum.
right. Now, you know that running that 808, can you feel that bass bass? I like the way you move.
I always kind of pictured you as a flag dude.
Flag?
Well, maybe that's what I would have been.
You could have been
I
out
don't know.
front with the flag. Maybe baton.
Rifle. What was it, the crack rifle?
I hate you.
The rifle, that's right.
hate you.
You could have been the rifle spinner.
My cousin did
Which
that.
that is dangerous.
Oh,
Man. You ever tried that?
My cousin,
Take your hat off to somebody who can do that.
Yeah, my cousin was like really good at it and like taught it for a long time after she graduated. But she
clocks you in the head.
Dude, it's crazy. Now, when I was in the Army, there were people who did it too.
Yeah, I'm impressed by that.
Yeah, that wasn't for me. We had to do some like spinny stuff,
right.
But never like throw them in the air. Those dudes are wild. I mean, but I guess if that's I always assume that's like their job in the Army.
Yeah, it is. So those honor guard dudes, that's all they do.
Learn how to throw around your rifle. I don't know. They probably can't shoot it worth a damn, but they throw it around in the sky. Good for them.
I said, shoot, man. What are you doing over there? Spinning it around. No, aim at use it.
All right. As we continue to talk about Micah here,
Again, why are we talking about this? We should be talking. We got a brand new head coach. We got a brand new wide receiver. We got a whole running back room we're trying to figure out. We got a first-round draft pick offensive line we got to see if we're plugging in. And we're talking about this. Don't you feel like this is by design?
Of course.
Yeah. I think it's, but I also think that I don't think Micah's in on the gig. I don't think he's like,
I don't think he is. He's a pawn in this. But it just feels like, why would Jerry poke Micah in the eye on the first day of practice? Why on earth would an owner even begin to pick a fight?
Okay.
Other than to divert attention, which has kind of been the front of the news no matter where you're looking.
There's two clips here about Jerry. The first one, he says, have you talked to Jerry since he made his comments on Monday? Have you guys had a sit down?
No, but I'm gonna talk to him. I just thought, as a whole, like, everyone's situation is differently. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, I'm here for my teammates. I'm not here to please another grown man. I'm here for them. I want to be here with Trey, watch him rehab, watch him get on the field, watch his growth. I want to be here battling with Terrence Steele. Like, I'm here for these guys. I'm not here for him. So I think, at the end of the day, he's on the field with us. We're on the field playing the games and things like that. So I'm going to just control my teammates, keep boosting it, and, we're just going to keep playing together.
Okay, well, if you haven't talked to him, then we would have to assume that your agent has been in talks with him.
Because like I said, my agent's been reaching out. At one point, another grown man has to be willing to reach out as himself, you know what I mean? Like, communication works both ways. They reached out, you know, so that needs to happen too. They got to want to do it on their part.
David reached out to the Joneses?
Yeah, for sure. David, I mean, not the Joneses, but Adam, whoever the little in-betweener is, you know how they do it.
Whoever their little in-betweener is, we've reached out to them. Well, it sucks to be that guy. Adam or whoever their little in-betweener is. Or Adam. And it's listen, man. Here's the basically the to wrap up this Micah talk. This is the summary of it.
You know, for me, it really don't matter. Like I said, I've been pretty consistent. If they don't want me here, then they don't want me here. I'll go about my business. I understand the nature of the business. Like I said, as long as I'm here and under contract, I'm gonna do what I have to do to perform at the highest level. But if this is the end, this is the end. You know, there's same way that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and the other Jerry Jones take care of their family. It's the same way I need to take care of my family. You know what I mean? I got my own 3 kids of my own, so we all need to take care of our own family at the end of the day.
My disappointment with this in Jerry, like you said, this is not a surprise. But my disappointment is that Micah, has gone at every turn has gone out of his way to kind of be a team guy here,
and it feels like by design. You know what? Other guys held out. You know, Zach even held, and you know, it all worked out. But they held out and they did it. Sometimes it might be better not to be in the fire. You know, maybe it's better you aren't here if the deal's not done because you do have to deal with this kind of crap. But he has done. If you write the manuals, what's the thing that you want your players to do? He's done everything. So I think he has a point. Like, look, I'm doing it different. I'm here. I'm working as much as I'm here, and I'm telling you, I want to be a leader. While CD didn't show, Trayvon didn't show, Zach didn't show, and they all got paid. I feel like maybe if I got here and did this, you'd pay me quicker so we can get this out of the way.
Well, okay. Here's a question: do you expect Micah to be participating without a contract?
No, I wouldn't let him. It would be a hold in. He's going to stand around, and if I'm his representation, I want you to be, as long as the team lets you come out on the field, I want you to be prominent, but not practicing. I want everybody to know you are here, you're playing your role, but he ain't putting on a pad because you're negotiating right now.
They asked Shoddy if he thinks Micah's going to participate.
Yeah, he will participate. Good conversation with Micah. He's excited to be here, excited to be a good teammate. And, again, it's awesome to have him here. These contract negotiations are never easy. They're not easy on the club sometimes. They're not easy on the players. So the fact that these guys come in and they participate and do some things is great. But it's more about being around the players and the team, and that's what he's excited about doing.
Okay, so that makes it sound like,
well,
when you say participate, that means he's probably going to participate the way Dak did last year.
Exactly. I used to have a coach that would scream at me, Thompson, are you a player or a participant? There's a big difference.
Yeah, there is a big difference. So maybe that participate's a good way to insinuate that he'll be doing stuff.
Yeah.
It's just not, football stuff.
And you can't ask for more from a guy in his situation. Honestly, you literally cannot ask for more for a dude that is on the precipice of signing, a $200 million deal. I'm puffing it. And he's actually here. He's actually standing there when everybody he knows is telling him, stay home, play hardball.
Well, finally someone asked Shoddy, okay, so participation, what does that mean? What level of participation are we talking here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a ramp-up period here for the next couple of days. So, again, there'll be different versions of participation. But, again, all the walkthrough stuff, some of the mock situations, things like that. And, again, individual stuff. So we'll see what it looks like as we get going. But it's a good plan. And, again, the biggest thing for me right now is that he's here and he's trying to engage with the other members of the squad.
All right. Well, listen, man, I'm of the belief that they are mishandling this thing.
I agree.
I think that if you were ever going to not play the game and take care of a guy and not make it awkward, Micah would have been the guy to do it, just because he's been so professional about it, which, quite frankly, I don't know why, but I didn't expect it. Like, I expected it to be petty and, like, because Micah does have a bigger platform than guys like Dak and CD had. Like, Micah's out there, and he's very media savvy. He's got a presence. I expected him to use that as, like, a negotiating ploy, but instead he's used it to just say, like, man, I want to do this. I want to be a Cowboy. Like, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to be there for every step of the way. Showed up at the voluntary workouts.
Yeah.
Like, he's done everything. Like, for once, take care of a guy who does things the right way. And not only does Jerry not do it, he, like, basically talks about how Micah was hurt last year.
Yeah.
A guy who missed 4 games last year, he says, I missed 6 games last year. And then not only that, kick some dirt on his quarterback for missing 2/3 of the season too. Like, it's just, at some point, I get what you're saying, that, he likes hearing his name and he wants to be in the headlines, but at some point, just.
Well, the moment you start to think that you're a bigger deal than the owner, you're going to be put in your place. Jerry will always make sure that that the big dog in the room is him.
Yeah.
And that the big dog gets the cameras, the big dog talks first, the big dog eats first. And the moment you try to upstage me, the moment you try to be the big dog, you're going to be put in your place or you're going to be sent packing, one or the other. That is a constant. And right now, I appreciate that at least Micah is escalating. But I also know he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
If you will just play the game, act as if, you will be paid. Now, it might not be till the bitter freaking end. It might not happen until he absolutely has to. But I cannot imagine Jerry Jones letting one of the best dudes in the league just leave. That won't happen. It won't, and he won't get traded. He's going to get signed.
At some point, like all the let the big dog eat stuff, like at some point you'd think, like, you need to have some success to remind everybody that your way works.
Therein lies the rub.
Because
his way does work, AJ. No, because you got to remember, what is his ultimate goal? It is not to win a Super Bowl.
No,
that
you're
is
right.
not. So as long as you look at Jerry and you know where he's headed, you can play that game. You can understand this is not about winning Super Bowls. It's not. It's about having a team that's worthy of discussion, that maybe would be nice to win, but the goal here is to make money and to be talked about.
We're going to hit a break. On the other side, I'm going to tell you why the way Jerry does it works and why it's so unique. Because I do think there is something to Cowboy fan that doesn't mesh with other fan bases. We'll talk about that on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Hey, you're invited. I want you to come join me today. I'm going to be out live at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. They're out on 35, just north of 1604, just right by the Gilman place. Come out 2 to 6. The Blitz is going to be live. It's a chance for you to come, find your next pet spa. All of us have our kids, and then we have our dogs and pets, and they kind of get treated the same. And if you want to take care of your babies the best way possible, I can't recommend Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit anymore. Now, I want you to go see what I've been talking about. From 2 to 6 today, come out and see us. We'll have free food. We'll have barbecue. We'll have great tours of the place. The Blitz will be broadcasting live. We're going to bring our swag, and it is worth the stop because I want you to see the best place in San Antonio to take your animals, whether it's a daily for daycare while you're going to work, or maybe it's a quick weekend, or maybe you're going to be gone for a minute. You can leave your pets knowing that they take care of them the way that you would. You've got all the access to them, video. You can watch them while you're gone. They got play. They got everything you're chasing. And if your dogs need a bath, need all the grooming, it's all part of the process. Come out today and see what I'm talking about. 2 to 6, we're going to be live at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits on 35 North, just outside of 1604. We're going to have a good time. Won't be any fun without you. We'll see you there.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot on Loop 410 northbound Ingram. This wreck is on the frontage road. We do have an accident at Babcock near Medical. Road work continues. I-10 westbound, that off-ramp to Zool Road is blocking the exit ramp. On 35 northbound, South Cross to 90 southwest side of town. Traffic filling in and slowing down. Also noticing delays along 410 northbound, South Cross on over to Benz-Engelman. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Texas Department of Transportation. A heavy foot can cost you a heavy fine or more. Speeding is a factor in 1,500,000 crashes every year in Texas. So always follow the speed limit. And if there's bad weather or road construction ahead, slow down. Be safe. Drive smart. A message from TxDOT.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Aussie. At Aussie, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Guys feeling exhausted? It could be low testosterone. Get your energy back with TRT at Synergenics and Low T Center. Right now, get a free T-test and save over $100. Don't wait. This offer ends July 31st. Book your test today at FixMyLowT.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
When it comes to keeping your pumps running smooth, L&S Pump Repair has you covered. 24/7 on-site service for saltwater disposal and pump repairs. From Quintaplex to H-Pumps, they've got parts ready and the skills to get you back in the game fast. Need a whole new pump package? L&S builds custom skid packages too. Don't let knocking pumps or slow flow slow you down. Call L&S Pump Repair 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
What will training camp look like under new head coach Brian Schottenheimer? Will it be tough and hard-nosed, or are we in Camp Cupcake? We're breaking it down live for you in Oxnard, California. San Antonio Sports Stars coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning live from Oxnard, South Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1. Morning Huddle going crazy on a hump day. But that's how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. You might disagree with me on this, Rob. I believe there's a few franchises in sports whose fans are willing to put up with anything. And Cowboy fan is one of them. Like, for me, I broke up with my NBA team. I hated the way they were run, and I said, you know what? I just don't like, you're bringing me more grief than joy in my life. And I'm out. And I walked away, and I haven't looked back. I feel like the Dallas Cowboys are one of those teams where no matter how much they abuse you as a fan, their fans cannot walk away from it. It's like I think Cubs fan is kind of in the same boat. Like if you're a Cubs fan, like you don't even really care about wins and losses. You're diehard. You're going to be diehard no matter what. Maybe Boston Red Sox fan is in that same boat. Raider fan, I feel, is kind of like, because the Raiders are historically mismanaged always, and the fans are still the fans. Cowboy fan feels like that. Like no matter what they do, you're not walking away from this thing, and they kind of know that. So when you say Jerry's priority isn't winning, it's lying in his pockets. It's becoming a bigger like being a bigger name in media, being a bigger star. That doesn't help you as a fan.
Well, it depends, man.
Like you want wins.
Well,
you want to buy a championship hat.
Well, I think you find your happiness where you can. And I think Cowboy fan has been appeased for 30 years. There are not a lot of Super Bowls, but you can't turn on the TV. You can't listen to guys like us without getting Cowboy conversation. And so they get treated like they're champions. So the only thing, when you hear like Mike McCarthy say, this is a Super Bowl quality team, or we've won at every level, but all this other kind of stuff, we're a Super Bowl team that doesn't have the trophy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That feeds the fans, because we as Cowboy fan get treated like Cowboy champion. We're the first story of any football year is always what is Dallas doing, and then what is the Super Bowl champ doing? I mean, ESPN feeds it to us. So there was a line in a movie back in the early 90s, The American President, where his campaign manager, his chief of staff, turned to him and said, they don't drink the sand because they're thirsty. They drink the sand because they don't know the difference. Cowboy fan doesn't know the difference. We get treated like we're winners. We do. Now, we suffer the beating. We suffer all the stuff of not being the winner. But the fact remains, when the season begins, what's the Super Bowl champion doing, and what are the Cowboys doing? So we get to live the life of a champ, but we get kicked in the teeth every January. But come April, we're first and foremost. And now it's not always great news, but it's news. And we're drinking that sand because that's the success of it. Where's New England now? Do you hear anything about them? We had 20 years of Patriots, and now they are gone.
Okay.
Off the map. Cowboys continue. Just keeps going.
Yeah, but, I mean,
I'm not saying it's good.
Would you trade their last 20 years for yours?
Absolutely I would, because I know as a champion, as a fan of a true champion, the Spurs, all that matters. The only thing that quenches that thirst is truly the title. It ain't the sand. It ain't the news. It ain't all that. It is. But I have had the luck of being a Spurs fan. So I know that at the end of the rainbow, that pot of gold is worth it. It is worth everything that the Cowboys have refused to give up. all the things that Jerry has held on dearly because it feeds that part of him, it's worth it to give it up and hold the trophy. And everybody who's done it over a period of time knows that. But it's been so long for Jerry, it's just better to be above the fold and be talked about. So we're drinking the sand because we don't know the difference.
I feel, and you first of all, being a Spurs fan, like you've had a lot of celebration, a lot of victories. That's a good feeling for you. But also, you're an Aggie fan, where there's a lot of
where hope springs eternal. But I'm not drinking the sand. I know where the situation I find myself.
Okay, because I don't know. It feels like Cowboy fan is almost like a collegiate
I can equate this
fan.
to being. Well, how about being a Buffalo fan?
The difference is, like, most of the years that I've been a Buffalo fan since I was 8-9 years old.
And you haven't tasted success since we tasted success.
No, I've never tasted ultimate success. But I guess the difference is, as a Bills fan, I'm also fully aware when my team is not going to be good, and I just accept it. Like, whereas Cowboy fan, it's almost like there's people still. I see people in the chat. We're going to win 10, 11 games this year. Even though
no Super Bowl. They're not talking Super Bowl. They're winning 10 games. See, we're drinking the sand. That's
and also,
enough.
like me, I'm almost the opposite. Like I've almost gotten to where I expect something dreadful to happen. Like I'm almost battered where I feel like even if the Bills are the best team, or if they go 17-0, I feel like they're gonna lose in the Super Bowl or lose in the AFC Championship.
Would a Super Bowl cure that?
Yeah, of course. But I don't know.
See?
I don't know what it's like to have a team win the Super Bowl for me.
So,
but it does feel like Cowboy fan is always, and maybe it's because they're talked about so much that it gives them a false sense of reality.
There's a whole lot of that. There is, and because you wake up, Jerry is a master of this. It's always about next year. We're almost there. We just got to do this and that, and we're so close. And that's been 25 years worth, and we continue to drink the sand because when we wake up in the morning, whether they won or not, whether they lost or not, whether they're in the Super Bowl or the playoffs, it's the Super Bowl champion, and what are the Dallas Cowboys doing?
Are you, so you are as a Spurs fan, like in your lifetime, how would you, 1 to 10, your level of happiness with being a Spurs fan?
Well, after winning 5 rings, pretty high. I mean, there is a logical understanding of what it takes to get there. And when they're not going, I see that they're not close. And when I see them doing the things, but I haven't been away from, the failure, where were we at now? 8 years? 9 years?
The Spurs,
no, we're at 11 years. We're at 11 years now.
Okay.
2014, right? Yeah. We're at 11 years since the last title. And it still, to some of us, feels like we just said goodbye to Tim. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's been that long when it has, in fact, been that long.
Now it's been 22 more years since the Cowboys won.
So I think the Cowboys have, the Spurs have reached the edge of remember what we did because we're about to do it. And, they've had a couple things pop in with the drafting of Wemby. But we had a low period, but it never – the Cowboys have hit bottom 5 times since they won their last Super Bowl. I mean, we've been the absolute worst bottom of the dregs several times since then, yet we never lost our – I remember as a Cowboy fan legitimately having conversations about what was that quarterback named Quincy Carter?
Yeah.
How Quincy Carter was going to manage to get us to the Super Bowl. We were misled, or at least – we didn't pay attention to the curtain, what was going on behind the curtain, where there were Cowboy fans having legitimate conversations about how Quincy was going to get them to the Super Bowl, or Anthony Hutchinson.
That's why, dude, when I hear that, I think this is very much like a college mindset.
We drink the sand because we don't know the difference. And college fans are the same way because college fans zero into only that college's news.
Your loyalty to the logo is
unquestioned, and you only read like Aggie, only reading Aggie websites and only positive stuff, and you get stuck on winning in February, and you get every little thing matters. It's the sand, man. The only true elixir is the title, and if you don't know the difference, how you gonna change?
Are you happier as an Aggie fan or a Cowboy fan?
I'm happier as an Aggie fan because there's more to it. I have no investment in the Cowboys. I never went and lived in the Cowboys' house for 4.5 years. I didn't pay the Cowboys $100,000. I didn't do all that. So, no, I'm happier as an Aggie fan because you take much more
ownership
of it. And, you know,
but also,
I do have direct control. Aggie fan, if you, depending on your level of commitment, has some sway.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. So I think it's a different kind of fandom. But for those of us that were born into Cowboy fandom, and most of us were, nobody picked this up. You know, nobody decided to be a Cowboy fan over the last 25 years, was because it's death, taxes, Thanksgiving, and the Cowboys. I had no choice. You know, it would have had to have been a conscious decision, screw you and my family kind of thing. And there's a lot of people that did that because of that. But for the most part, I had no choice. You have your choice in colleges. You have your choice in a lot of stuff. But Cowboy fan, as many fans, are born into it, and you can't change.
It just feels like if an organization consistently did things that were counter to my hopes and dreams for the team, I wouldn't be interested in it. Like
But you've maintained fandom for a team that if you don't actively go find Buffalo Bills news in San Antonio, where here
maybe it's even better for me than
it
that
might
way.
be. It might be easier to be a fan, but here I'm going to wake up to Cowboys news at least once a week, 52 weeks a year.
I would rather be just a fan of the NFL and watch whatever game shows up on Sunday than be a fan of a team that feels like they're purposely sabotaging my goals.
I don't think that's all in. I don't think that's not enjoyable.
All right. Well, we're halfway there on Hump Day. Morning Huddle 94.1.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
People always say, Ryan, why don't you take it easy? Relax a little bit. Well, that's what the Staples Easy button is for. Just press it for quality products, friendly experts, and services like print, travel, or shipping, because we can't do it all. All right, guys? Thanks, Staples. That was easy.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back. My emotions are stable, and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Are you ready for the all-new Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glowing Fire? Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Trucks fly, crash, and smash. Thanks to Good to Grow, kids' ticket prices half off. Coming July 26th and 27th to Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is
is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway, because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team, we can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes. Teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot on Loop 410 northbound Ingram. This wreck is on the frontage road. We do have an accident at Babcock near Medical. Road work continues. I-10 westbound, that off-ramp to Zool Road is blocking the exit ramp. On 35 northbound, South Cross to 90 southwest side of town. Traffic filling in and slowing down. Also noticing delays along 410 northbound, South Cross on over to Benz-Engelman. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys have signed defensive end James Houston, who had 9 sacks in 20 career games for the Lions and the Browns. To make room, they released defensive end Luigi Villain. Cowboys pass rusher Micah Parsons is at camp despite not having a new contract, but is not participating currently due to what he described as back tightness. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, as I read the Brigade Bar thoughts here, it has me wondering, and maybe being from San Antonio is a unique situation because you don't have a local team. If there were the San Antonio Spiders or something, like a San Antonio born and bred team, would you leave Cowboys fandom for it?
I can't. I mean, I've lived in other cities. I've been around other places where they had teams in front of me.
But you've never had a team that was like your hometown team.
I think, I have never personally been able to change fandom.
God, I have. Sports just feels like an abusive relationship for a lot of people.
It is, and I'm enabled by a lot of things, but I have never successfully changed my fandom.
Have you ever successfully quit fandom?
No.
Like just walked away from it altogether?
I mean, if it was ever going to happen, it'd be with the Cowboys, and it's never happened. I mean, it just it is what it is, pain and not. And I think that's Jerry has played on that for 25 years, again, for all the reasons I've said. I mean, the reason I guess I would leave is out of sight, out of mind. Well, that's never going to be a thing. I don't care where I live in this country. Cowboys are never going to be out of sight, out of mind. And when I did live elsewhere, the Spurs were still great. So it was still easy access to them. I've never successfully gone from a team to another team and not look back. It just hasn't been a thing.
Like, all I know is, and the only time I've really done that was when I stopped being a Rockets fan, and it was like a conscious decision. I was like, they're bringing me more misery than joy. And when I stopped being a Rockets fan was a time when the Rockets were actually good and like title contending.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just hated the product they were showing me so much that I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to commit any energy or like emotional investment to it. And it was so freeing.
I imagine it is, and it's a world I'll never actually see. I just cannot fathom one of my teams doing something, but it might take a James Harden to do it. I could see how it could happen. I really do.
Yeah. Well, Jerry Jones feels like James Harden to me.
It's an abusive relationship, man. He giveth and he taketh away.
Sticking with the NFL, but maybe getting away from Cowboys for a little bit here, The Athletic put together a list of the most overrated teams in the NFL this year, and they've also got the most underrated teams as well. Who do you think the most overrated team in the NFL is?
Well, I mean,
coming into this season,
how do you quantify overrated?
How good they are, and now, mind you, this was a poll, so this is like people who think like this team is getting way more love than they should be getting.
Well, obviously the Cowboys, but I don't think they're getting more love for thinking they're better than
the Cowboys. Don't make the list.
Yeah,
Cowboys don't make the list.
I would put right now. I feel like Kansas City might be getting more than they're due.
Kansas City's 5th on the list. They got 8% of the vote.
Detroit?
Detroit did not make the list.
You know, I'm really curious. San Diego? No.
Chargers actually made the top 5 underrated.
Yeah, they should be. So I'm trying to figure overrated that I don't think are as good as people are saying.
I'll give you the teams that they said were underrated, and some of these I was kind of surprised by because I feel the opposite. Broncos were the most underrated NFL team, 29% of the vote.
You know, it's funny. That's the one team that I saw in, the surprise possibilities that we talked about last week. Denver surprised me on the other side of that list. They might be.
The reason why I can't believe in the Broncos is they play in the AFC, a world where they're like everybody's got elite quarterback play, and the Broncos don't have that. So it's hard for me to like really buy into it without like Bo Nix is suddenly going to be in the same. He's going to have his team in the same discussion as Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. It just seems crazy to me.
That would be the one, like Cincinnati, maybe.
Cincinnati's number 2 on underrated.
Yeah. Underrated.
Oh,
okay. See, I'm still thinking overrated.
25% said Cincinnati is underrated, which I don't get either. And I guess when you look at Joe Burrow, it's like I could easily see Cincinnati finding a way to get to the Super Bowl because they've got Joe Burrow. I could also see Cincinnati missing the playoffs again because their defense is so ass. So a lot of these teams, it seems like some of these teams are kind of like they're on the underrated list because they've been forgotten. Certainly the Bengals because they missed the playoffs. Yeah. Certainly the 49ers are 3rd because they missed the playoffs. And it's easy to like go back and go, okay, would it shock me if the 49ers ended up in the Super Bowl? The answer is no. But nobody's really talking about them like that because they missed the playoffs a year ago.
I'm trying to think of who's getting too much love. Philly?
Well, hold on. Let me fit the last 2 underrated teams. 4th on the list is the Chargers. 5th is the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is a joke. The Steelers suck. The overrated teams, Chiefs are 5. Number 4 is the Minnesota Vikings. Oh. And I kind of agree with this because there is the and yeah, they do have a new quarterback, but they were great last year with Sam Darnold. So if you had said last year, going into last year, yeah, the Vikings look really good, but Sam Darnold's their quarterback.
That's what I said.
And then they exceeded everyone's expectations.
I said that line. They look pretty. Look at those wide receivers. Look at Aaron Jones. They got everything but a quarterback. That's what I said.
They were a game away from being the 1 seed in the NFC. Like, so to think that, oh, well, now they've got another new quarterback. How can they be good again? I'd be careful because
I agree with that because I feel like they put together a system that a quarterback of average depth can step into and be successful. Because I have to see Sam Darnold do it again before I'm fully bought in on that. But I do know walking away that system was one that was set up, kind of opens the door for a lot of quarterbacks to come in and be successful.
I think Minnesota is going to be very good again this year.
Let
me see if I can. I'm going to pull up the odds. I think because Detroit gets so much love, I bet there's value on Minnesota to win the division. Let's see.
I still think Detroit's better, but
but think about all the change that's going on in
new
Detroit.
Coaches, I agree. New
coaches,
OC,
new DC. The NFC North, the Lions are plus 150, Packers plus 250, Vikings plus 350, Bears plus 450. Boy, that is a tight grouping there, shot grouping. That is so that's the fourth place team with the shortest odds. So all four of those teams relatively they're saying it's sort of a toss-up division. But yeah, I do believe the Vikings are underrated. So the overrated that's a different conversation. I don't see why they're overrated.
I cannot find a
Texans are number 2.
Overrated? Okay.
Yeah, they got 17% of the vote. So Vikings got 10%, and I think people are wrong about them. Chiefs got 8%, and as long as they've got Patrick Mahomes, it's hard for me to say they're overrated because they keep Patrick Mahomes wasn't even good last year, and they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The third most overrated team they've got listed here is the Washington Commanders. And I agree with that. I think, show me again, this team has been a crumb bum organization for a long time. I think Jaden Daniels is good. I don't know if the Commanders are playoff good, and I do think Jaden Daniels takes a step back this year.
Well, they got a pretty their schedule ain't that tough.
Well, the division is manageable.
Yeah, so I don't know overrated, but I don't think I rated them that high. I mean, I don't even have them winning their own division. So I guess if you said they're a 2-win playoff team, you got them overrated. I think they're a playoff wild card caliber team, which is a step up from last year in my mind. I think I don't have them overrated, but I do get the Jaden Daniels excitement. I can get it, and because I've seen Dan Quinn's a master at kind of spitting this. He builds that kind of excitement. So I get it, but I don't overrate them.
Colby says just because you don't like A-Rod doesn't make the Steelers terrible. Upgrade at QB, wide receiver, and corner.
They're not upgraded at quarterback.
Should win 10-plus games. First of all, they're not upgraded at wide receiver.
Move.
They lost Pickens.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is a bum. And if you think they're going to win 10 or more games, you can become very, very wealthy because Vegas thinks they're going to win 8.5. So if you think 10 or 10-plus, I mean,
I'm willing to bet that we are in the last of this era of the Steelers. I think we're winding this down.
I think for the first time in history, Mike Tomlin doesn't hit the.
I don't think he's a playoff team. I think Tomlin
is 9 wins.
I think this entire franchise needs a shake of the snow globe, and I think it's about time for Tomlin to go.
I agree. The most overrated team, according to the poll here by The Athletic, the Green Bay Packers, and quite frankly, not even close. The Texans got 17% of the votes. The Packers got 34%, so double the second.
Now, before you told me that, I guess I consider them a playoff team. Is that too much?
Well, remember I just read off those odds for the NFC North.
It's just too much in there.
Like the
black and blue.
The Packers are expected to be better than the Vikings.
I don't. But I do think those three teams are going to slug it out, and the Bears might steal something. I think everybody in that, if you go by just record, they might all be overrated because that that division's actually pretty tough.
Yeah, the Packers right now their win total's at 9.5, but it's juiced to the over, so they're they're about 9.7, so almost 10 wins. Expected to be 10 wins for the Packers. I don't see them as that kind of a team.
I didn't either,
and I think a lot of it is I still don't know what I think of Jordan Love.
I think they're the third best team in that division. That might have them underrated. I don't know. I didn't see them. I mean, they're a wild card possibility. I don't overrate him, but I do get it because in my mind, when you say list the teams you think are going to be in the playoffs, it's hard to pass Green Bay.
Well, because the NFC is so crappy that it's hard. Like, you got to come up with 7 teams.
But their division, those 3, they're probably all 3 could go.
Yeah.
So maybe overrated. I look at teams, and every team that you mentioned, it's a question with their quarterback. Like, is their quarterback going to be able to live through this? And if he can, they're not overrated. They're underrated. But if he can't, then they're completely overrated.
The one team on the overrated list with, I don't know if Mahomes has any questions, but you're right. Jordan Love, I don't know what he is. C.J. Stroud, I would imagine he's somewhere in between year 1 and year 2. I think that's where he'll settle in. Jaden Daniels, we've seen it once.
Yeah. I don't have any expectation that he or Stroud are going to take a significant step back. I expect them both to be better.
Well,
C.J. Stroud
already took his step back.
But now I want to see if he can live up to what we think at the third round.
Do you stick at the step back, or do you move into that middle range?
He better, or he's going to become Trevor. He better get better.
But Daniels, I fully expect to take a step back.
I expect he'll learn some lessons, but he does have a different skill set that he can overcome those lessons that he has to learn because he can just use his feet more than Stroud ever could. So he can save a bad decision with his feet. So it might not look as bad, but he still needs to get better with the arm. He needs to win with his arm, not his feet.
And then J.J. McCarthy's a question, but I would have, if you had told me before last season, would you rather have J.J. McCarthy or Sam Darnold? I would have said J.J. McCarthy.
Well, they did. They wanted him till he got hurt. They told us it was going to be McCarthy. Even a year ago today, they told us this is going to be McCarthy's team before the injury. They were ready to go with him. So I trust in the fact that they saw the moment he walked onto the campus, this dude's our guy. And they stuck with it and let the guy who was the comeback player of the year, everybody's darling, leave. So I'm going to trust the fact that what they have seen behind closed doors is plenty because they saw it a year ago.
Yeah. Art says Texans win AFC South going away. They probably do because, I mean, what's the alternative?
My point was going to be they better.
But but I think when we're talking about is a team overrated or underrated, like, you know, somebody's got to win the NFC South too. Like, because I would have put Tampa as one of the overrated teams because I think everybody got real excited about Tampa last year. They had a good season, don't get me wrong, but when you're in a division with the Falcons, Panthers, and Saints,
it ain't that hard.
Yeah, you ought to look pretty damn good because and the Texans division might even be worse than that if it's possible. Like I guess Jacksonville's the second best team in the AFC South now. I don't know, but it's whoever it is, they're not good.
Yeah, so I don't quantify that as gonna. It'll make them appear overrated if they have some issues. But if they win their games, you're doing what you're supposed to do. Let's talk about it when you get to the playoffs.
I think the Lions are a bit overrated.
See, that's where we differ. I think the Lions are deep, and I think that there's still a hunger there. I know there's new coaches and scheme's going to matter, but the guys that it affects have been around long enough, I think, that can play through it. They're not going to be as well coached as they were last year, but I think that there's a little bit of understanding of what it takes to win that will help overcome that. I think that's the one difference we have. I think Detroit is a legitimate Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, I'm not saying they're not a playoff team because they're in the NFC.
I look at them as if things go right, and if they had gone right last year and didn't have that bye week at like week 17 or whatever it was, they would have been a much better place to get into the playoffs. And I think the schedule will favor them, and I think that just having been there will help. It'll help to make up for the offense is going to suffer. There is no question that play caller is going to make a difference, and you're going to miss him. But other than that, I like them more than you do.
They are the second favorite to win the NFC at 5-1. So, which again, if you said, well, who's got a better chance than them? I don't know. You start to say like, who's your favorite NFC teams? Mm-hmm. It's like.
I still think it's Phillies to lose.
I do too. But
did you see Jalen yesterday? Did you see his first day practice? It was terrible. Like 5 interceptions. Whatever they're trying to do, he doesn't quite understand it.
Well, I still fall on the Jalen Hurts is a bit overrated.
That would have been right there.
But the Philadelphia Eagles, I think they are very properly rated. That is a very good football team with a ton of talent everywhere. They are to me the exception to the rule, at least of recent years, where
they got better.
You've got to have elite quarterback play to win. I mean, it's not quite like Brad Johnson winning a Super Bowl or something like that. But it's I think 10 years from now, we're going to look back and go, Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl?
He's famous for what? The tush push?
Huh.
Okay, so.
It's a player. I do think the Eagles are elite, and I think it's going to be hard for anybody to beat the Eagles. Now, I mean, once you get to the playoffs, it's a one-game setting. Anything can happen. But we talked about it last week. This streak of different teams winning the NFC East every year, I think that comes to an end this year. It's almost impossible for me to imagine another NFC East team being better than the Eagles this year.
Unless there's a catastrophic injury. That's the only way that
But because I think the Eagles are so non-quarterback dependent, they could lose their quarterback and still be the best team.
Well, maybe.
In the NFC East.
I think they have the highest likelihood of that.
Who else? If the Commanders lost their quarterback, imagine what they look like.
I agree.
If the Cowboys lose Dak, we saw that last year. If the Eagles lost Jalen Hurts, okay, let's just hand the ball to Saquon Barkley and let him run behind the best offensive line in football.
See, I give him a little bit more credit than that. I do think he's starring in his role.
You know
what I
do
mean?
too. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think anybody could do what he's doing.
But I'm saying the drop off from Jalen Hurts to league average. Or to the average backup is lower than
if you're quantifying the 15-yard out bullet kind of stuff. Yeah,
what other elite team could lose their quarterback and still field a competitive team?
Well, I don't think even Philly could, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that he is so important, not because of his ability to be a great quarterback, but he's so important to play the role that they want him to play. I don't know who else could do it.
Yeah.
So you're right. He is not the kind of guy that if he's done, all hope is lost, because they have created what is, in fact, the dream of every NFL team, having an interchangeable quarterback, having a quarterback do things that a lot of guys you feel like could go do. He's not going to be asked to thread a needle 30 yards down, down by 30 and scramble. He's not going to be ever asked to do that, and he couldn't do that. So I think they have a better chance, but over the last 3 years, he has convinced me that while he doesn't astound me with stats, he is really good at what they ask him to do.
There's no doubt about that. Like, you talk about a guy playing his role in a system, he's the best at it.
So you're right. I think if all the teams out there, if they lost their quarterback, Philly is in the best position to let's carry on because we got
enough
system.
Talent around your guys around The right now listed on the depth chart, the Eagles' backup quarterback is Tanner McKee.
So yeah, that's
a nightmare.
They're all in.
But what would they do? They would keep running the ball.
Yeah,
and they would,
if all you got to do is get 9 yards instead of 10, you got 3 plays, 3 yards of carry. Yeah, all we need is that 9, and we'll get you that first down on the push.
And if you're a backup quarterback and you show up at work and A.J. Brown's over there, and then there's Devontae Smith, and there's Jahan Dotson, and Dallas Goedert's here too. I've got the best offensive line in football. And Saquon Barkley's standing behind me. Yeah, dude, you're set up to succeed. Again, I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is clearly a mile ahead of Tanner McKee or Dorian Thompson-Robinson, but if the Ravens lost Lamar Jackson for the season or the Bills lost Josh Allen, they're bad. The Ravens might not be a bad football team. The Bills would be a bad football team. Mm-hmm. I think the Chiefs would be a bad football team. The Bengals might be the worst football team if they lost Joe Burrow. There's some guys where it matters a lot. With the Eagles, there's so much talent there that I think they'd still be the best team in the NFC East. If Jalen Hurts' head fell off tomorrow, I'd still pick them to win the NFC East.
Probably.
All right, let's take a break. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
How you feeling this morning? Did you wake up with a fully functioning body, nothing paining you, keeping you out of life? Well, if that's you, carry on. You're doing things the right way. But if you're like most of us, you probably woke up this morning not feeling very good, kind of sore, kind of not feeling right. Maybe you did something over the weekend to get you tight and keeping you out of your business. If you're dealing with pain on a daily basis, stop. Life is too short, and there's actual fixes out there that happen pretty quickly, and I can't recommend Aussie enough. So many people live with those painful things that you just decide, well, I'm going to live with this for a minute, and it keeps you out of doing things that you want to do. Don't do that. Aurosti's all around San Antonio. They accept most insurances, and it works. I'm living proof. I had lower back injuries. I talk it all the time. I put a lot of miles on my feet and knees, and I paid for it, and I thought it was just going to be part of life. No, I went to Aurosti, and within 3 visits, I was back in the game, and I became a lifetime patient. In fact, they did a study. 98% 90+% of Aussie patients would happily recommend Aussie to friends and family. There's no higher recommendation. I'm one of them. I send people there all the time because it works. So what do? Well, you make the call because you don't need a referral. Write this number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. The website is Aussie.com. You can schedule your appointment there, too. And if you go there, they got a map of all the local providers. Know this. You're going to get a full evaluation. You're going to find out what the problem is. They're going to get in there and fix it in ways you might not have thought of would work, but it does. Call Aussie today. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. They're going to fix you, and when they do, they can come on by and thank me later.
College of Healthcare Professionals and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson. I'm a personal injury attorney, and since 1994, I've been helping people and their families seriously injured or killed by negligent drivers. My website is alawyer4us.com. I use that phrase because I know that there's no way a regular San Antonian can possibly beat a billion-dollar insurance company alone. You will need an experienced attorney to stand up for you and get what you and your family deserve. This month, my father will retire after 50 years of practicing law, doing what he taught me to do, help people in need. Stand up for the people that cannot. Use the skills you have to help the people in your community when and where you can. When an insured driver seriously injures someone, a billion-dollar insurance company uses everything it can to pay as little as possible. Every insurance company you have heard of has a very large staff of attorneys already working against you. If you or a family member has been seriously injured because of a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson, as soon as you can after a collision. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or check out my website, alawyer4us.com.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It's Texas Quarter Horse Racing's biggest weekend at Retama Park. Friday is Summer Showdown with 7 incredible stakes races, and Saturday is Retama Park Derby and the $650,000 TQHA Futurity Race. Ever thought about owning an American quarter horse? The Texas Quarter Horse Sale is going on at Freeman Coliseum Friday and Saturday, and it's free to attend. Enjoy terrace dining along with San Antonio's best sports bar, Clubhouse 95. Live music every Friday night. Visit retamapark.com for all the details.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live out in Selma at Blue Bonnet Bunk and Biscuit.
Micah Parsons' watch continues. We will have the latest from Dallas Cowboys training camp.
All the drama, plus the Texans practice for the first time.
And I hear Rob Thompson is going to join us as the show goes to the dogs.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Yes, as we continue an Aussie Hump Day. Morning Huddle, 94.1. I found another story I wanted to get to, a sort of a list. The 30 teams in the NBA, the 30 biggest roster mistakes since 2020. So
2020, all right.
Just going back the last 5 seasons.
Is it the usual suspects? Can we use them over and over?
What is your NBA team's biggest mistake? And then they ranked those 30 to 1. So I'll go ahead and play spoiler here. Number 1 on the list is the Dallas Mavericks trading Luka.
Has to be. That's the craziest thing in the history of this league. Not since Kareem getting traded to the Lakers has there been something so stupid.
Well, what do you think number 2 is?
KD to Phoenix.
Trading for Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal is number 2 for Phoenix.
Monumental ineptitude.
Number 3 is Milwaukee trading for Dame Lillard.
Yeah, that'll go down in the annals as a failed attempt.
Now, I mean, I think we can agree at the time it didn't feel dumb at all.
Well, this one, you get an asterisk. Injury played a role, but it's still, at the end of the day, a terrible decision.
Yeah, it felt like they were that was the move right then. But sometimes it just doesn't work out.
I don't blame you for trying. And this is the least of all of the other 2. This is the one that you could justify. The other ones were just stupid.
Number 4, Brooklyn trading for James Harden.
Keep in mind I had Kyrie and everybody else there, too. That was chaos.
The Nets traded for 1.5 years of James Harden. The Nets gave up Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, 3 first-round picks, and 4 pick swaps.
And while that KD trade had a lot more money and a lot more moving parts, that could go down as one of the dumbest moves in the last 50 years.
Yeah. To me, that James Harden trade is maybe worse than...
I'm telling you, that James Harden deal. Karis LeVert was an all-star, still all-star caliber. Still.
Jared Allen, too.
Jared Allen is all-NBA defense. He's above even that. And then you talk about the 3 first-rounders, and we could go quantify what those are. But, yeah, that's not quite Herschel Walker kind of stuff, but it's close.
Well, Tari Eason and Reed Shepherd are what some of those picks turned into.
Okay.
Certainly.
That we're rivaling KD at this point.
Number 5, the Kings having Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox, then losing them both within 3 years, which is kind of true. They had a 24-year-old Fox and a 21-year-old Halliburton, and somehow they have neither of them anymore. And I guess with at least with Halliburton, they got Domantas Sabonis in exchange. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, kind of. Well, you could say you got...
you traded good for good, at least. Like, I mean, I guess you could probably argue who's... I think it's harder to find a Sabonis than it is to find a Halliburton.
I would agree with that.
But
I
either way.
The thing about it is, normally when you're dealing with a franchise like Sacramento, it's not one terrible move that doomed them for 25 years. It's those little things like that. You could justify moving Halliburton, and you could justify moving De'Aaron Fox, and you could justify firing your coach every 2 years, and you could justify it at the moment, but then when you look back, you go, why are we awful? Well, everything we did was justified. Well, maybe you shouldn't do it whether they're justified or not.
Well, and also at the time, you had 2 point guards.
Again, you could justify every move. You go, yeah, I see why you did it. But in hindsight, everything you did was wrong.
But then now you look at it and you say, okay, we went from having 2 really high upside point guards to now Who's your point guard?
Got nothing.
Like Malik Monk or Dennis Schroeder? Like,
you got nothing, man. You have traded yourself into a situation where you absolutely have nothing because the grass was always greener. And then you compare them, and not that the Spurs recently have been any better than Sacramento, but the Spurs have this pick. They have the number 2 pick fall in their lap. If it was Sacramento and they had De'Aaron Fox, they go, well, we're not going to draft Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
We already got one, so we're going to draft Ace Bailey. And they would have made that kind of decision that you could justify in the moment, but you'd never pass up on talent. Whether you already have that kind of talent or not, you don't let it go. And that's why bad franchises stay bad.
Number 6 is New Orleans trading for DeJounte Murray. New Orleans giving up Dyson Daniels, 2 first-round picks.
Well, Murray could be included in 2 terrible deals because the Atlanta deal might be just about as bad.
Number 7, Atlanta Hawks trading for DeJounte Murray.
I mean, that's 2 consecutive. Yeah. You know what? I think DeJounte deserves some kind of award.
Yeah. It's not like he's terrible.
No, it's just good enough to be. He's what's the wide receiver the Cowboys had for a couple years? That's included in every trade.
Amari. Oh, you're talking about Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, he's Brandon Cooks.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah.
He gets passed around, but he always goes for more than he should.
Yeah, you want him? Yeah, you can have him, but I like him.
8, Memphis trading for Marcus Smart.
I'm not going to blame him for
that. I don't know. I mean,
it was dumb.
That 2 first-round picks and Tyus Jones for a backup point guard.
Yeah, but I get the justification. But in hindsight, that was dumb.
I'm not sure about number 9 here. Chicago Bulls trading for Nikola Vucevic.
I love that guy.
I do too, but I will say this: one of the picks that they traded away for it turned into Franz Wagner, who if they had just taken Franz Wagner, you'd probably be in a lot better situation. Right
now.
That's
we're looking 2020 on this.
Number 10's Philly committing $400 million to Paul George and Joel Embiid.
Mistake.
11, the Raptors repeatedly trading first-round picks for role players. Thaddeus Young, first-round pick. You want Jacob Pearl, first-round pick. O'Shea Abaji, Kelly Olynyk, first-round pick. Brandon Ingram, first-round pick. Like
Anunoby too, right?
Yeah, you just give up all these first-round picks. It's very odd. But Anunoby at least is not like a role player. I wouldn't consider him like a role player. Miami, biggest mistake, trading for Terry Rozier, which, that was, I guess they were trying to show, they were trying to show Jimmy Butler they were still, but I don't know. I never thought Rozier was that good. And basically he's not even part of their rotation.
No, he's long gone. Yeah.
He sucks. Detroit, 13, hiring Monty Williams as head coach. Oof.
To this day, I've never quite gotten what happened in that the fallout in Phoenix, the collapse in Detroit, and now he's coaching here at TMI. I don't know. There's a story there. There's something.
Oh, there's got to be
something. A 30 for 30. Obviously, we know he lost his whole family and his wife and all that in the car crash. But that was years ago.
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
That's a strange story.
Lakers 14, losing 3-and-D players from their championship team, which. You're going to lose, guys. Losing Kuzma and KCP. Well, they did trade Kuzma and KCP for Russell Westbrook, which is kind of their fault. Like, they should just call it that. 15, Nuggets not trading for any new players for 2 years after winning the title. They did keep trying to run it back, even though it was clearly not going to work. 16, Minnesota trading for D'Angelo Russell. 17, Warriors drafting James Wiseman number 2 overall. That should probably be higher on the list.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors don't do a lot of personnel things wrong. That was a disaster because really anybody else they could have drafted would have been better. Like throw a dart.
And when we look back at when the end of the goodness began, when the end started, it was that pick.
Yep.
And now it didn't happen for that franchise.
18, Washington Wizards drafting Johnny Davis in 2022. This is fascinating, the stat here. He went number 10 in 2022. BPM, which is box plus minus, which it calculates that Davis has made the Wizards worse by 6.2 points per 100 possessions. Think about that. If per 100 possessions you were 6.2 points worse when this guy is on the floor, and he was your lottery pick.
When you said Johnny Davis, I went, who? Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's so bad.
Oh, yeah.
So bad. Guess who the next guard taken in that draft was? 2 spots later. Jalen Williams.
You took Johnny Davis over Jalen Williams.
Number 19, the San Antonio Spurs. Biggest mistake of the last 5 years. What do you think?
5 years?
Yep.
Are we including Primo in this?
Drafting Josh Primo.
Yeah.
It doesn't even talk about him pulling his crank out, but it does talk about how he just wasn't very good. Oh, it does say he got waived after allegations of indecent exposure to a female Spurs employee. But it does talk about he was only averaging 5.9 points per game. And it says every other lottery pick this decade have all worked out to varying degrees. Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama, Steph Castle, and then Harper and Bryant TBD. But the Primo pick failed on multiple levels. Wings selected shortly after Primo included Moses Moody, Corey Kispert, Trey Murphy, and Jalen Johnson. So they could have had any of those guys instead.
I'm taking any one of those guys.
And Josh Primo's over here pulling out his junk. Orlando 20 drafting Jett Howard. The Rockets drafting Jalen Green over Evan Mobley. Wow. The Celtics trading Desmond Bane, which at the time it kind of made sense, but obviously I don't. And
they had a Pritchard to take that spot, so I'm not mad at them for that.
And they also were able to get rid of Enes Kanter's or Enes Freedom's salary.
He was an international man of mystery at that point, right?
Oklahoma City, their horrible mistake, traded 4 future rotation players after the draft. Emmanuel Quickley, Jaden McDaniels, let's see, Alperen Sengun, and Jeremiah Robinson Earl. They traded all those guys who have all become pretty solid rotation players, but I don't think you can really fault anything they've done. The Clippers, 24, never developing young perimeter talent. Okay. I'd say the fact that their team is a geriatric unit right now is probably a bigger issue. This one should be bigger too. Charlotte Hornets signing Gordon Hayward for 4 years and $120 million. Woof.
Didn't they do something with Kaminsky, too? Didn't they overpay him, too?
Did they?
Or they at least drafted him.
They drafted him, but I don't know if
maybe they realized. Yeah, they did realize.
And they eventually traded him away, but got nothing close to what they paid for him. 26 Jazz not trading Lauri Markkanen. They did have chances to. Like, if you're trying to, and now the value of him has gone so far down. 27, Portland re-signing Jeremy Grant for 5 years and $160.
Well, that year when he got the money, it looked like that was a good deal. It did. He looked like that was something that should have panned out. So
still owed $102 million for the next 3 years.
Paying him?
Nick signing Evan Fournier for 4 years, $73. 29's Indiana hiring Nate Bjorken as their head coach, the Pacers hiring Nate Bjorken as their head coach, and then 30, Cleveland, the worst problem they had in the last 5 years. This ain't bad. Declining Isaiah Hartenstein's qualifying offer.
Well,
if that's the worst thing you did, you're probably okay. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Dr. Garrett on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You know, Connecticut water softeners have been around this part of the world for a long time. You know why? Because what they do works. It just is year in, day out. You got something that you don't need to worry or think about. You know, you don't even plug a Connecticut water treatment system in. It works off kinetic energy, and that's just the beginning of the savings. They've got all the awards to tell you about how they work and how well they last and all of that. But the fact of the matter is your neighbors have one because it just is there. Let's do a little water test. I want you to go home today, and I want you to go grab a piece of ice out of your refrigerator. Does it look all cloudy and ugly? And when you put it in the glass and it starts to melt and you leave it there for a minute, is there that white powder left over? You're dealing with stuff that shouldn't be there. A Connecticut will take care of that and so much more. And right now, it's never been easier to get a Connecticut in your home. If you'll call 656-PURE today, they're going to come out and put a water treatment system in your home if it's already plumbed for it, free of charge for the next 90 days. You'll find out how well Connecticut works just by not having to ever think about it again. It's going to save you salt. It's going to save you power. At the end of the 90 days, when you do decide, here's where the fun starts. You're going to get, with approved credit, 12 months with no money down and no interest rates. You're also going to get a nice gift, a reverse osmosis drinking station on your sink. They've got the decor to match your beautiful decor, and you're not going to pay a penny for it. I paid for it. You won't. No more water bottles in your life. Let me tell you, there's never been a better time to call Connecticut and get the very best. Go get all the details at ConnecticutSA.com. Let me tell you, it's time to get it. Go get your Connecticut today. And I know you're going to have a tall drink of sweet-tasting water and come by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident on the northwest side of town, I-10, westbound just past Hildebrand. Got an accident that's taking up the right lane. Still rolling a bit slowly on 1604 westbound, I-10 over to 281, about 20-25 minutes. Should take you about 10-12 minutes, 1604 northbound, I-10 to 35. On 35, southbound Evans on down to 1604. That's in good shape and should take you about 5-7 minutes along 281, southbound Bassey to 35. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University. Whether you're serving now or have served, American Public University provides education at a pace and price that fit your life. Special rates and grants are available for you and your family. Learn more at apu.apus.edu/military.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
April Ansira here from the Ansira Auto Group. Every year, the Texas Yes Project provides thousands of students across the state with free school supplies. And now you can help by entering the Drive Away for Education raffle, proudly sponsored by the Ansira Auto Group. One lucky winner will drive away in a brand new car, truck, or SUV. And countless young Texans will move forward with stronger futures. And we'll be giving away a gas card and shopping spree, plus other weekly prizes. Buy your raffle ticket today at TexasYesProject.org.
Do you need to get rid of things like furniture, mattresses, tires, and appliances? San Antonio has 4 drop-off centers for residential bulky items conveniently located around the city. Open 5 days a week except holidays. Visit sarecycles.org. This service is free for solid waste customers that pay the environmental fee on their CPS energy bill, including customers that live in apartments. Visit sarecycles.org for hours, locations, and accepted materials. That's sarecycles.org.
The right stuff. Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444-Oh.
Guys, if you're dealing with constant tiredness, you're fighting a losing battle, your job, your relationships, your daily life, it's all affected by low T. You don't have to live like that. Get your life back with TRT at Synergenics and Low T Center. Regaining your energy is regaining your life. Know your testosterone level in minutes, then choose between at-home treatment or in-center care. It's never been easier to get started on TRT. Right now, the test is free, but time is running out. Go to FixMyLowT.com to book your appointment today. FixMyLowT.com.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
What's on?
The offense for new head coach and play caller Brian Schottenheimer has been revamped. Offensive line revamped, a healthy deck, new weapons with George Pickens to complement CeeDee Lamb, and a whole new running back room, and potentially a whole new philosophy on offense.
You wanted this noise! You wanted this noise!
We're taking you with us for all the insight from Oxnard, California. San Antonio Sports Stars. Coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. And sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning, live from Oxnard, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
All right, we'll break our streak of bringing in segments with Azie, but only for Dr. Jason Garrett, who joins us here on the Buyers Barricade guest line. Good morning, Dr. Garrett. Azie's rolling over thanks to you.
Oh, good. Good morning, guys. Yeah, I feel bad. I don't feel bad for him. I think 76 is a pretty good run considering his track record.
Well, he's been 76 for 30 years is the little known fact there. So cocaine's a hell of a drug. All right, let's get into what's going on. Will Levis was one of the big stories. Will Levis is going to undergo surgery on his throwing shoulder. And basically, he was in a training camp battle to be the starting quarterback. How bad would it have to be to say, okay, I'm punting, I don't have a chance here, and knowing that's the end of his career with the Titans, certainly. But they said that he elected to have the procedure to ensure long-term health based on medical opinions. Like, what would be the injury that you could see be in the line for, okay, we got to preserve you long term, we got to take care of this right away?
Yeah, anytime there's a full rupture of a tendon or a significant tear to the labrum, you're going to probably need surgery to have a long-term corrective measure. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with constant pain. Now, partial tears for a labrum, partial tears for a supraspinatus tendon, those are actually extremely common. Probably, I think James Andrews, the guy from Birmingham, Dr. James Andrews, did a study, and he found that 89% of baseball players that had no shoulder pain had significant tears in their rotator cuff and their labrum. So just having tears isn't a big deal, but if something is completely ruptured or so significant that it's only going to create more arthritis or more throwing mechanic issues, then you have to have that surgically repaired.
My question isn't so much about the injury, but the timing, because there wasn't an event. He had shoulder problems all last year. He worked out. He'd even come to OTAs. And finally, now they're having surgery. It feels like I got hurt on company time. I'm going to get fixed on company time.
It might be, but the shoulder it's the most dynamic joint in the body. It's the least stable joint in the body. It's also one that some people can have significant damage and work through it and do 6 months of recovery or just continue to play, and they can play at a high level. Other people can have relatively minor issues in there. They try to rehab it. So there's not a exact science on who's going to recover well and who's not. It's a bell curve, just like everything else. And always you want to try to do it conservatively, because once you start cutting into something, it's a diminishing return at the very best, and likelihood of changing your mechanics and a career-ending injury happens when you start cutting into things.
Dr. Jason Garrett here joining us on the Morning Huddle. Lot of Cowboys coming into camp beat up. Trayvon Diggs obviously tore his ACL, then had another surgery over the offseason. DeMarvion Overshown had several torn ligaments. And Josh Butler also an ACL back in November. Thoughts on these guys all coming back from this around the same time? Like whose time frame seems most right? And Diggs is the one I really want to ask about, given that he's now had multiple issues with the same knee. What's the likelihood of re-injury for someone like that?
It's not so much the likelihood of re-injuring the knee. Once it's surgically repaired, it's pretty good to go. Yes, you can hurt that one again, but you're more likely to have a hamstring issue, to have a groin pull, a calf issue, because your biomechanics are just different. Anybody that's had a major knee surgery knows that you can come back, you can have all your quad strength, all your hamstring strength, but your biomechanics are altered until your body completely adapts around that, which is usually around the 1 year mark. So, the likelihood of him having a significant muscle strain is pretty high, probably not super high for re-injuring the knee itself.
I want to talk about Overshown's injury because when you read about it, it sounds as bad as it possibly could. Torn his ACL, MCL, and PCL in the injury against Cincinnati. They think he's going to play this year. They expect he's going to play this year. Of all the ligaments on that list, what are we most worried about? The ACL, the MCL, or the PCL?
The ACL for sure. You can play without a PCL. PCL is, it's supported by your patellar tendon, so it's got a lot of reinforcement. Your ACL is supported by your hamstring tendon, and it prevents your tibia from gliding forward, so it creates a ton of instability. The MCL, even if it's fully torn, it's got a really good blood supply, so it heals very, very predictably. The ACL, they've got to replace it with either a cadaver, something from yourself, or like either your patellar tendon or your hamstring tendon. So it's biomechanically, it is major alteration. The ACL is really the only one of those that you even are concerned about. So you treat that injury just like any other plain ACL injury.
Oh, really? Okay.
Finally, and this one probably not in your wheelhouse, but I'd be remiss if we didn't mention the injury to Najee Harris, who it looks like he's going to start the season on the PUP list after a fireworks incident. Injured his eye. But I wanted to ask you, what's the most horrific fireworks injury you've seen?
I've seen a guy degloved. So that's when you hold a relatively small firework in your hand and you close your fist. The destructive force from that is catastrophic. So some people think they can handle it, or they just even if their fist isn't closed, they put a firework on their hand. And when it explodes 360 degrees all the way around, and it takes tissue with it. So degloving means literally the skin was ripped off the hand and just bones and tendons were left.
Yikes. It was Jason Pierre-Paul, right? That blew his fingers off. Man, I hate to laugh.
I saw a video over 4th of July where this dude was like, my freaking hand's gone. Yeah. It was like, what? It's crazy. Dr. Garrett, hey, man, we appreciate the time, and we'll do this again next week, huh?
Take care, Doc.
All right, thanks, guys.
That's Dr. Jason Garrett from Aussie. He joins us, he and all guests appear via the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com.
Can you imagine you're Harris and you got to call Harbaugh and say, well, July 4th was rough.
Yeah.
Put my eye out, Doc.
Yeah.
Put my eye out.
Mom got me a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas, and she warned me. And here I am. Man. Dude, this is why these teams want this Shamar Stewart clause in their contract where, you should lose all your money. You're that dumb. Blow your eye out. What an idiot. 1 hour to go on a hump day. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
See website for details. Bills Happen is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to billshappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
Bills Happen is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
Now we We can chill, Mom.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
You've decided to divorce. I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you're worried about getting the bills paid, childcare, and your divorce, we'll help make it simple, painless, and affordable.
Your future matters. Call the law office of Steve Benke.
Call 210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowes.com/delivery for more details.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident on the northwest side of town, I-10 westbound just past Hildebrand. Got an accident that's taking up the right lane. Still rolling a bit slowly on 1604 westbound, I-10 over to 281, about 20-25 minutes. Should take you about 10-12 minutes, 1604 northbound, I-10 to 35. On 35 southbound, Evans on down to 1604. That's in good shape and should take you about 5-7 minutes along 281 southbound Bassey to 35. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys have signed defensive end James Houston, who had 9 sacks in 20 career games for the Lions and the Browns. To make room, they released defensive end Luigi Villain. Cowboys pass rusher Micah Parsons is at camp despite not having a new contract, but is not participating currently due to what he described as back tightness. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Lindy Waters III has agreed to a 1-year deal with the San Antonio Spurs. His agents, Clutch Sports, tell ESPN. Interesting signing.
He's a 1-year deal. I'm not even sure he'll be on the roster. Didn't they do the same thing with Malachi Brennan at one point? They signed him to a deal. He ended up maybe getting sent to the G League, and he played the G League, and he's now gone. I remember him at Oklahoma State. I remember him playing in high school. He was a bucket. I'd forgotten he was at Detroit. They went into yesterday. They had 13 spots. They signed 2 yesterday. They get David Jones-Garcia and Lindy Waters. I imagine there'll be a signing or two, or at least some training camp contracts coming. But I just maybe he is going to be on the roster. I don't know.
Averaged 8.8 minutes per game with Detroit last year in 14 games. The stat line is unimpressive except for 39.5% from three. And that's what you're looking for. Career 36.6% shooter. He does fill a needed role. And I guess the question would be is he plays a position that at least it's not another guard. You know what I mean?
Well, he's kind of a guard, dude. I don't know how they're going to define him.
I think they'll look at him as like a wing.
You can define him as that, but he's a guard. You can call. I watched him play. I mean, he's a ball-handling, small forward, big lead guard. You can define him however you want, but he's not getting in there and getting rebounds. He's in there with a job to do, and that's to score.
I think his job would be similar to Julian Champagne's job.
He doesn't have the handle Champagne has. He's not that good.
Well, I'm
just telling you. That's why I see
if he doesn't
this
have
as
the handles, that's even more reason to not consider him a guard.
Yeah, he's not that. He is a shooter. That's his job. That's his stock and trade.
Yeah, but he's a 6'6". He's I don't know. I
built like a guard, plays like a small forward. That's why he's available.
Yeah. And he does one thing really well, one thing at an NBA level.
When he came up in high school, at Oklahoma, I think he was at Norman High. Of course, in the regional part of high school ball, it was him and Trey Young and him. They were the guys in Oklahoma for 2 years, and it was those two in state titles, and those two battling for Player of the Year. And there was a legitimate belief that Waters might have been better.
Well, I remember Lindy Waters, there was a big story about it when he got kicked off or maybe kicked out of school in high school because he put a picture on Instagram or something or Twitter with an airsoft gun. And he had to switch to a new school, and then eventually
he went to Sunrise. He left Norman, and I think he went to Sunrise Academy.
Okay, and then eventually they said, okay, you can come back, and I think he went back to school and even played basketball there again. But I remember him be one of the top recruits in the country with an airsoft gun, and that was a big deal. I didn't understand what the big deal was, but
it's kind of cool. He's a member of the he's a Kiowa. He's a Cherokee.
Okay, yeah, I know the I he was a good player at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the hiring. That was a name off the scrap heap. I was more excited.
It's not a name I pictured being kicked around.
But I was more excited about they paid David Jones-Garcia, and he earned it. The guy was all tournament, 22 points a night. He got the 2-way deal. He turned down European offers for guaranteed 3-year money. That, to me, is the most exciting thing that happened over the last couple of days. And I don't expect him to make a big difference. The 2-way deal says he's going to rip the G League a new one. He's going to average 30 a night.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he's that kind of scorer. So he's going to have a good time in the G League and maybe spend a couple of weekends up on the roster. Well, maybe. But I think they didn't sign him to a deal that Lindy got, which tells me that somebody's going to end up taking David off of our roster.
Lindy, 3-and-D wing player. 6'10" wingspan. That's crazy.
Jeez. To buy shirts for him. I'm not mad at this. I will just be kind of surprised.
It's just hard for me to think of a spot for him. I don't know. I mean, it's I know he's a good defender, and I know he can shoot. And I guess those are two things you're always looking for. I just don't know that he's. I don't know where he fits in. I guess he probably fits in the G League.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, the contract he signed, I'm not sure he'll be going down. I mean, he's either going to be on this roster or he won't.
Yeah. And the guy's been on an NBA roster for the last 5 years. I guess there's no reason to assume he won't be. He's just I'll tell you who this is bad news for is Harrison Ingram.
Yeah, we've talked about it over the last couple of days. He has gotten better, but he still, we can't shoot. And when you're a 6'5" power forward, it's just hard to make it in the league. You have to bring something more than hard work and being a good guy. And he did bring hard work, and he is a good guy, but it's just not enough.
No, but I think this is probably the role and the spot that they were hoping he would fill, and his shooting detriment is it's finally caught up to him, I think, because I don't think they make this signing if they think Harrison Ingram's a player.
Well, we are developing the roster and the type of player that the Spurs are going to carry this year is very different from the kind of roster that Pop would have put together. This is
I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just saying this is truly, when you look at how they're putting this team together, it is a 3-and-D team. We got a bunch of 6'7" dudes that can run and a bunch of tall dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what we're putting together.
Well, there's still not a bunch of 3 in the 3-and-D that they're putting together.
Well, I mean, you look at what they did here. When you draft Carter Bryant, he is the prototypical 3-and-D dude that's going to defend the wing and hit threes. Lindy Waters coming in here doing that. Even Jones Garcia is 6'6". I mean, even if he would be considered a lead guard, he can defend out on the edge, even though that might be his detriment. This is a very different-looking team than we've seen in the Spurs in the previous years. Not that Pop wouldn't have done this, but I'm just saying even despite the fact that he's gone, Mitch is putting his fingerprint on this team. He's getting the guys that look different.
This could also, I mean, now that I think about it, Lindy Waters is kind of a poor man's Carter Bryant. This could be a way for them to see how that role, how they can work a guy like Lindy into that, while developing Carter in the G League.
Agreed. A place in the offense that you can interchange a guy. I don't know if we'll see much of him, if at all, but I do see a trend, and I like a 6'6" dude that shoots 38% from 3 and will commit to playing defense. That's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough.
I like that too. Probably maybe a little underrated signing. Something I didn't see coming, and a name certainly I wouldn't have gotten excited about, but when you think about how he fits, it's not a bad thing.
I can tell you this, and you brought it. I talk about his shooting. They didn't sign him for that. It's a help. He didn't get here, but he plays defense. I mean, he has the want to, or he wouldn't have been here.
Yeah, he is a guy who's going to work his ass off on that end.
Lindy Waters.
ACC. How about this? They've got a little bit of control left, at least over their teams. They have announced the new rules requiring injury reports in several sports on Tuesday morning. And they've also announced some rules about storming the court.
That's got to stop.
They were the only ones left who had kind of not limited this. But if you go back to a couple of years ago, remember Kyle Filipowski getting hurt and basically crying on the court? It's every time North Carolina loses a road game or Duke loses a road game, as long as they don't lose to each other, there's court storming.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of court storming, and I know I'm like a stay off my lawn old man when it comes to this stuff. It's just, it's so dumb. Like it doesn't even if North Carolina is no good, they could be like unranked, and you beat North Carolina, you're still storming the court. I don't get that.
Well, A&M, we storm the field, and it needs to stop. Storm field, storming the court. It's a slippery slope. You storm the field when you beat number one. You don't storm the field when you just beat your arch rival. I mean, so where's the line? There is no line you can define, so don't do it at all. It's too dangerous for everybody involved. Just don't do it.
When has A&M done it?
Oh, we've stormed the field many times. We stormed the court when we beat in basketball last year when I think we beat Alabama at home. I mean, I've seen us storm the court. We stormed a football field, it seems like once a year when, it seems like every other year when we beat Bama at home.
I remember
we stormed the field. Like, you know what? Act like you've been there before. Don't do this. That's for championship and, the miracle kickoff return at the end of the game. That's when you get to something.
The worst is when a game's been determined for 3 quarters and you're still
waiting. I can't. No,
you're just trying to inject yourself into
Go
it.
home, and it's dangerous.
Let those athletes have their moment. They accomplished this. Let them enjoy it. But I remember at Texas, they were like, "That'll never happen here," and it hasn't. Like the crowd rushing the football field. Like if there's a big game, there's extra security. it ain't gonna happen
Well,
in
keep
Texas.
in mind, Aggies used to walk the sidelines with swords in their hands.
true.
No,
Like,
I mean,
that's
it's
why I
a
was
sacred
surprised to
place.
hear- I mean-
and it's kind of happened over the last couple of years where we started storming the field, and I'm like, no, I don't like that. It's not a good look. It actually you need to act like you've been there before. Take the win, celebrate appropriately, and go burn a couch like West Virginia.
Yeah, so those are you're going to see more of that, and the injury reports good for guys like me. They're designed to help insulate. It says injury reports are designed to help insulate athletes from prying gamblers and remove any temptation to sell or barter compromising information. Which that's the same reason the NFL allegedly has their injury reports, but I think it's for gamblers also.
Yeah,
like,
coaches hate this though.
Yeah, of course.
Man, I'm anti that at all. Let
I'm
me just
for
say
it.
upper body.
I
if
think
anything at all.
I think everybody should have to tell people what's like because
yeah, you should.
I mean, again, especially, and I know sports like to pretend like they don't. Oh, gambling's bad, but then they got DraftKings sponsoring their. It's like, dude, you can't have it both. You can't take all the gambling money and say, oh, gambling's bad. All you can do is do your best to protect your players from betting on the games that they're betting or like that they're in, and also do a service to the people who are betting on a game and not like not lie to them.
I've always felt like the teams that lie and hold back stuff. If it was me and I was responsible for letting out the injury, I would be an over reporter. I would report everything. Thompson out with hangnail. I mean, I would report literally everything so that there's this ocean of information that you have to discern what are the real injuries and what are not. What's really going to affect this? Because he's telling me everything. Thompson's got 3 blisters on his right foot.
Right.
Questionable for tomorrow. I mean, that's how I would do it. I would throw every possible malady out there.
Well, Brady was limited on every update.
Everybody would be hurt all the time.
Now, I know, apparently Larry Fedora was one of the guys who didn't like. Now, remember, college coaches, they don't even like to put out their depth chart.
Oh, no, they're.
they like everything's like a.
It's called projecting. They figured everybody going to cheat just like they would.
Yes. But it is. He said this is. He says it's not. This is the commissioner saying it's not a Pollyanna statement. Look at us, all that. It ends up coming back to the safety piece of it. The safety of student athletes, safety when it comes to gambling, safety when it comes to court and field storming, safety when it comes to too many games in a playoff. So they're at least saying it's all about safety, but the ACC, who has been kind of late to the party on a lot of this stuff, seems like they're at least starting to catch up. All right. When we come back, we're going to take a look at what's going on in the world outside of sports. But first, I got to tell you about my friends over at Karbach. Karbach Brewing, my good old fellas over there. We got to have Eric on soon. Maybe we'll have Eric on when we get back from Oxnard. That'll be a good time to do it. See what the latest is over at Karbach. But one thing I do know is you're always going to be able to find their beers around San Antonio. Eric told us this was their priority market. They made San Antonio their number one choice when they first left Houston. The first keg of Karbach that got sold outside of Houston was sold right here in San Antonio, and it's still all over our city. Whether it's Love Street, that's their best seller, the Cold Style Blonde, super easy drinker, or Hopadillo, their flagship IPA, which is a legit hop bomb, very bitter, very in-your-face IPA. Maybe you're into the Crawford Bock or the Ziegenbock. You'll find those as well. And, of course, you're going to find it in the grocery stores, the liquor stores, but you're also going to find it on tap at a lot of bars. And if it's not on tap, it's almost surely in cans at a minimum. There's something for everybody in their lineup, and it is always available here in San Antonio. So when you're out and about this week, go ahead and ask your bartender to please make it a Karbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning, and heads up on the east side. We're getting reports of a rollover accident. 35 northbound, that off-ramp to Walters is closed, and it is causing delays from 37 to 81. On I-10 westbound, just past Hildebrand, that wreck is still taking up a right lane. I-10 westbound Crossroads, get reports of a stall. Right lane blocked, has you a bit slow from Vance Jackson. On 35 northbound, northeast side of town, that off-ramp to get onto Judson Road, we've got a stall. Exit ramp blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Hey, it's Rob here. Join us at Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits today for a fun house tour. Enjoy free food for your pets and all you owners out there. We got raffles, we got giveaways, and so much more. Today from 2 to 6, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit right off 35 in Selma.
Guys, if you're dealing with constant tiredness, you're fighting a losing battle, your job, your relationships, your daily life, it's all affected by low T. You don't have to live like that. Get your life back with TRT at Synergenics and Low T Center. Regaining your energy is regaining your life. Know your testosterone level in minutes, then choose between at-home treatment or in-center care. It's never been easier to get started on TRT. Right now, the test is free, but time is running out. Go to fixmylowt.com to book your appointment today. fixmylowt.com.
For over 20 years, Purple Wave Auction has been the trusted leader in online auctions, offering the easiest way to buy and sell equipment. From bulldozers to backhoes and combines to cranes, we host multiple weekly auctions in construction, ag, and fleet equipment. With our no reserve format and sell where it sits approach, you can bid on local equipment without waiting for far-off auction dates. Get registered for free and start bidding today at purplewave.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams July Summer Sale and get 30% off paints and stains July 18th through the 28th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Supercharge your studies with Dell Technologies Back to School event with AI PCs starting at $749.99. Like the Dell 14 Plus featuring an Intel Core Ultra processor. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
If something happens to you, what happens to your family? Will they struggle financially? Will they be able to afford the home you built together? With Ethos, you can get life insurance coverage in minutes. Get up to $2 million in coverage for as little as $2 a day. All online with no medical exam. Just answer a few health questions. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Rates may vary. Billed monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
1, 2, 3, come on! San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys.
How about them Cowboys?
Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday morning, July 28th. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Oh, you're crazy, Vic. But that's how it goes. Colby says, why Waters and McLaughlin both over 27 and not re-sign Wesley, who's 23? Wesley's a better defender than both. Well, it's because Wesley can't hit 30% from three. And
we tried that.
If you're sub 30% from three, you don't fit the 3-and-D mold.
Did I see you sign with Portland?
I think so.
Blake got a deal with Portland. Hey, we tried it. He got his shot.
He can't shoot. Yeah. He cannot shoot. Good defender, cannot shoot. You can't be a 3-and-D guy if you're missing one of the two things. You have to have both of those to fit that mold. And he is a horrific shooter. Horrific. All right. I'd like to see what's going on in the world outside of sports in this little segment. First, guess who showed up to talk about Malcolm Jamal Warner's passing? Bill Cosby. Oh, yes.
Oh, what did he say?
Oh, yes. He was never afraid to go to his room and study, said Bill Cosby. He knew his lines, and he was quite comfortable even with the growing pains of being a teenager. He called him a dear friend. He said what we talked about was something he was very proud of. He said we spoke 3 months ago, me and Malcolm. He said he had done a concert in Minnesota with a symphony, and there was something he had written, but he was very proud of what he had done and what he had said, and it was about living in America. He's very proud to be living in America. We were embracing each other over the phone about a dearly beloved friend. I don't know if I want Bill Cosby saying nice things about me.
The weird thing is, that he was America's father in the 80s. And,
yeah, he was.
He was. I mean, he was that. And
we look forward to that. And then that other show, 227, like that whole little era.
It was, and that, now for him to be even to hear it, you go, y'all were talking on the phone? And I get it, but, ugh.
I don't want anybody to know.
If I ever, associated with it.
I'd say, I'd be like Derek Jeter. I'd be like, hey, if we talk, there's going to be no record of this, all right? You put your cell phone in the basket. We'll talk. No one knows I was here.
Give me the burner.
All right? I don't want to hear anything about it. I don't want to come back, especially after I die. I don't need that. You say, oh, I was talking to old Bill. No. Keep my name out your mouth. The Fantastic Four movie. First of all, I don't have a whole lot of interest in seeing it. I read 2 reviews today. Well, I say today. I read them last night.
Is it already out?
To bring them, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of them starts off with 3.5 stars out of 4. The Fantastic Four: First Steps is a briskly paced superhero adventure that, like the current Superman, tosses viewers into the deep end of the pool from frame 1 and expects them to swim, but the filmmakers provide water wings in the form of a little film within a film, explaining how 4 intrepid heroes all come together, already altered by cosmic radiation during a space mission, return to Earth as superheroes. But this is a production that they're basically saying it's got a lot of charm. It's a treat to look at.
See, that's the cinematography is what kind of – that's not really what I'm
The other one says, Fantastic Bore. Fourth time's the harm in Fantastic Four: First Steps. It says every once in a while a studio exec gets a particular glint in his eyes and says it's the same one that Wile E. Coyote gets before strapping himself to a rocket and says, this time we'll get it right. And with that, the cycle began anew. Enter Fantastic Four: First Steps, a film that manages the impossible. It's not quite as bad as the last Fantastic Four movie, but still feels like a punch in the prostate. Oh, I don't know. That's a.
There's been another one.
They've tried this 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh, but with previous star, not these.
Yeah.
Not this.
This
group.
is the first
okay.
one for this group.
Yeah.
Which is weird because outside of
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal, the rest of them are relative unknowns. Like
yeah, Pascal would be the reason I'd go see it.
But
that's what they were hoping for.
And it's not enough.
Yeah.
And the Silver Surfer looks like a lady David Bowie. There's a lady Silver Surfer, but
That's
she
right.
kind of looks like David Bowie. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna even go watch
I won't
this.
pay to watch it, but I'll watch it
Yeah,
when
it'll
it
be
comes
on.
out.
It'll
Yeah.
be streaming soon enough.
Yeah, it'll be on Max or something.
But it says the plot wouldn't pass muster in an episode of Full House.
No,
that's not. That's not a good review.
No, it's
But were you expecting a plot twist in the Fantastic Four that would throw you off? You never saw it coming. He sees dead people.
No,
He's
but
alive.
It's just weird that there's such differing reviews. That like some of them are like, oh, it's great. It's arts. It's fun.
Do you have a review service that you trust, like Rotten Tomatoes? Or
Not really. Like I trust my own eyes.
Yep.
Rotten
I gotta
Tomatoes
see
is
it.
pretty much.
You roll with them.
Yeah, they're pretty
probably
right. For
8
me.
out of 10,
Yeah,
maybe.
for the most
They
part.
usually do pretty good by me.
I read the other day Pedro Pascal might be the next Indiana Jones, as Harrison Ford hangs it up, and I thought that's appropriate.
That would be good.
I would be down with that.
That would be good. Yeah, he's a likable guy.
Yeah, he fits.
I found a story. I knew you guys would like this.
What?
Oh,
How about the 10 hair metal music videos that defined pop culture.
Oh, Whitesnake has got to be.
It's got to be number one, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Whitesnake is we start out of the box with that.
Number 10.
Only 10?
No, I haven't gotten there yet. I can't just. Number 9's Whitesnake. Here I go again. If you want to jump right to it.
At 9?
Yes.
Oh, that is the quintessential hair video.
Number 10, Rat, Round and Round.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one, actually. Number 8, Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It.
Yeah.
Which that was a big hit.
It's a cartoon.
Number 7, Warrant, Cherry Pie. Ooh, yes.
Warrant. Yeah.
Who was that girl? Who was the girl that played our cherry pie? I remember her.
Probably a nursing
Bobby
home
Brown.
That's right, Bobby
Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. She was very, very attractive.
Yes, that worked.
Number 6, Cinderella, Nobody's Fool.
Oh, yeah. I have that vinyl.
Little power ballad action. Little
That one
power.
is, I don't remember that one.
Great White, Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 4, Motley Crue, Home Sweet Home.
Oh, that's good, I guess.
Number 3, Bon Jovi, In and Out of Love.
Of course.
Number 2, Skid Row, 18 in Life.
Yeah.
And number 1,
Winger?
What is it?
Poison. Talk dirty to me.
Had all the glitter and makeup and spandex.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
It made you feel like you were part of the crew. It was all the backstage stuff of Poison hanging out.
And they were having fun and doing cool rock and roll stuff and singing.
And then picking up a phone that's not connected to anything.
And wearing their makeup.
Wearing a glove when you pick up the phone.
Those things. Man, that was cool.
Look at me in my red glove picking up a telephone. This is normal.
Yeah, I had my parachute pants.
Not a...
Talk dirty to me.
So, Bon Jovi lasted.
Yeah.
Anybody else on there that's had anything of any merit for any
Motley Crue they've stood the test of time at least from a pop culture standpoint.
I will. I'll give them
They've
that.
at least remained part of the vernacular. And I would say, in a way, in sort of, or maybe in more of a comical way, so is Twisted Sister. The rest of them are all gone. They're all like vanished from the earth.
Weird because
Cinderella.
I have every cassette of what you mentioned.
You have all of them?
All of them. Yeah.
You had to go one of two directions in the 80s.
Yeah. Hey, the cassettes were $5.99 back at Sound Warehouse back then.
Oh, I got all mine from Columbia House.
I'm
laying low right now.
Yeah,
the
I was going
cops
to say,
are
you
chasing
probably
me.
still, it's on
They're
your
still
credit
out-
report.
Yeah, they're after me now.
It's on your credit.
When I die, they're going to garnish all of my wages for those 50 free CDs that I got way back
Yeah,
when.
$200,000 in late fees.
Yeah, it's funny that like almost every one of those bands is just like forgotten.
Oh, because that music was forgettable.
Relics of the past.
It was forgettable music.
But yeah, I would Bon Jovi certainly the most memorable one.
And they started it and they ended it. Fair enough.
But yeah, Motley Crue. At least people, and part of it is because Tommy Lee married Pamela Anderson and like got himself deeper into the pop culture stuff.
And I'll give him this: the music didn't have any sustaining power, but the shows were fun.
Oh,
you know what I mean? They were throwdown fun
They were a
shows.
party, man. Who needs good music when you're partying? That's the beauty of it. Is like, I'll tell you where you can't party: Coldplay show.
Hold on, here's a Cinderella song. I don't know if you remember.
Oh man, yes.
Cinderella sucks, by the way. But this does feel like stuff Vic would be listening to, riding around in a little lowrider truck.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon at Brack.
No, I was in a Volkswagen Rabbit.
In the Rabbit, cruising Brack, headed to Woodlawn Lake.
Yeah.
Jamming your winger and Cinderella.
Looking at Trans Am pass by.
Oh, baby. Is that Winger?
Yes. What a crappy band.
Oh man.
And it was so weird. Like it was like their whole this video was like a fairy tale video, and there was like slow motion stuff.
Yeah, look, this was them. This was the cover.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I always thought Cinderella sucked. I thought it was like first of all, it's a bad band name. Like I don't want. How could my favorite band be called Cinderella?
Because they all look like her.
Because they all did. They used the makeup.
Yeah.
But that.
And it's like
it was a time. Man.
It was him like running slow motion through all this like hallways with candles in them. Yeah. And it's like,
well, you had to have candles. All doing these videos.
I like how they took a group photo in front of the word attitude.
Hey. And I think I have this poster. I bought it from Spencer's at Windsor Mall.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, that was the mall back then.
Windsor, that's right.
Yeah.
I wish I could I wish I was old enough in that time era where I could have just like started fights with all those guys. I don't think there's anybody in a hair metal band that I couldn't beat up.
You could have taken all of them.
Yeah. They were all like 85 pounds. They all looked exactly the same.
They were like 5'4", 5'5".
Yeah.
They were real tiny.
Somebody just needed to kick all their asses.
It was all the Van Halen listeners did.
They should have. Good.
Like there's
Van Halen fans just wouldn't kick their ass.
Yeah.
A little normal on that picture.
Look at that. Look at the guy on the far right. Look at that hair.
I know, man.
That's a.
God, that's 1980s Dallas. Except he would be blonde. He'd be beach blonde.
Yeah. Higher the hair, the closer to God.
Yeah, that's true. All right. SRS says, Poisons, I Won't Forget You, Baby. Awesome ballad. Better than every rose. Kind of like every cowboy. Yeah, Poison also sucks. Kind of
have that. You had to have the makeout jam, though.
Yeah, everybody did have one of those power ballads. Everybody did one. All right, you know what? On the other side, I'll tell you my favorite power ballad. We'll actually come in with it. Won't be Azie for our last segment because I got to come in with my favorite one. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the second annual Back to School Drive, Saturday, August 2nd from 11 till 1 p.m. or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last, so don't be late. Presented by the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Sponsored in part by North Park Toyota, Centromed, Romo Door Supply, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
So we do a giveaway at GiveMeTheVin.com. Every month we're giving away $25,000 to one lucky person that sells us their car. Karen, you there?
I'm here.
Karen Gardner of Oceanside, California is the latest winner in GiveMeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway.
What did you sell us?
I sold you a 95 Impala.
And what did we pay you for it?
You guys gave me 18.
18 plus 25,000 because you're the winner, Karen.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
You could be next to get a little more, maybe a lot more.
You guys are awesome. Keep it up.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com. Sell us your car.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Eczema flaring up again. We have good news. Ectoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Ectoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Ectoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Ectoderm Flare Control Cream. Ectoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart, H-E-B, and other fine stores.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Hi, Zoe Saldana. Welcome to T-Mobile. Here's your new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
Thanks. And here's my old phone to trade in.
You don't need a trade-in. When you switch to T-Mobile, we'll give you a new iPhone 16 Pro. Plus, we'll help you pay off your old phone up to $800, and you still get to keep it.
There's always a trade-in.
Not right now at T-Mobile.
I feel like I have to give you something in return for karma.
That's okay.
I don't really have much in my purse. Oh, let's see. Hand sanitizer. It's lavender.
I'm good. Seriously.
Let me check this pocket. Oh, mints?
Really, I'm fine.
Oh, I have raisins. I'm a mom. Wait 1 sec. I've got cupcakes in the car.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile. Get a new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
With 24 monthly bill credits, new line $100 plus a month on experience beyond finance agreement $999.99 and qualifying ported. For well qualified plus tax and $10 connection charge. Pay off via virtual prepaid card allow 15 days. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. See T-Mobile.com.
If you could hear Old Spice Fiji Antiperspirant, what would it sound like? First, you'd start with Fiji Antiperspirant's amazing scent of palm trees. Add pure notes of fresh coconut and layer on 24/7 odor and sweat protection. You won't hear any dyes or parabens because with Fiji, you won't have any. So while your regular antiperspirant sounds like this, Old Spice Fiji sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
You're not the only one that has this problem. ESPN doesn't even have a picture of him as the leading scorer
That's why
on Saturday night.
The Chupacabra.
Yeah.
So, who is this guy? How can that be if you're the leading scorer? Every Summer League game, he has been the leading scorer, and they still can't find a picture of this dude at ESPN.com. He's the Chupacabra.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Who's this?
Oh, this is Mr. Big.
See, I don't consider them a hair band. I'm sorry. They're like top 40 to me.
Come on, baby, come on over. Let me be the one to show you I'm the one who wants to.
This isn't hair metal.
This is their power ballad.
I see. I always felt.
Feel it too.
This is more like extreme.
On the line. I'm waiting on the line. Just to be the next to be with you.
I thought it was bad before.
Build up your confidence, Rob.
No, what
so
are you
you
talking
can
about?
be on top for once. Wake up, who cares about
All right, let's move
little
on.
boys that talk too much? I've seen it all go down. The game of love was rained out.
Yeah, this sucks.
Come on, baby, come on over. Let me be the one to show you I'm the one who wants to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you'll feel it to feel
Please
it
stop
too.
while we have somebody still listening. 'Cause this alone sucks.
This is good.
Why be
this
alone
sucks.
when we can be together,
This
baby?
sucks.
You can make my life
Man.
worthwhile. Oh, you like this song, don't you, Vic?
Oh, yeah. I played this a lot.
I can make you start to
See, you know
smile.
who plays this song? When you go someplace and a guy just randomly shows up with a guitar.
This should be played
And
at
he
your
just
son's
sits down.
wedding, honestly.
I'm telling you, you'll hear this when a guy just randomly shows up with a guitar and starts playing, and you don't ever want to be
Yeah.
around a guy like that.
It's
He's
either
going to
that
start singing this.
or Stairway to Heaven or
they'll,
this.
they'll just start like, what are you doing, man?
First of all, don't ever
I brought
compare
my
this song to
guitar.
Stairway to Heaven. It's
I
like
brought my
it's such a
guitar.
slap in the face
I'm
to
gonna
Zeppelin.
play some
But-
outfield and some Mr. Big for you.
But I
Try to
do
pick up
think
the chicks.
if Jack, if you're listening,
I can assure you this will not be played.
please play this at your wedding, and she'll always know.
The song sucks.
Oh, deep inside, I hope you'll feel it too. Waiting on a line of greens and blues.
All the Gen Xers will be dancing.
Just
trust me.
to be the next to be.
What was this
with
called?
you.
The last gasp?
They called it the last
They
gasp
shoulda
of
killed
hair
it.
metal.
They should have killed it before this.
That's probably why
I
it's
hate
dead.
it when white dudes think they need to stand in front of a choir. Just stop it. Hey, let's have a choir behind me and I'll sound, it'll be great.
What a
Stop
song.
it.
All right. Let's do what we always do to wrap up the show. Take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, it's so funny. It says, yes, Mr. Big is often considered a hair metal band, or at least a band associated with the late 80s and early 90s hair metal scene. They also incorporated glam rock, but their overall style and formation align with the characteristics of hair metal.
I swear I saw them open for the outfield.
And then it says, the success of To Be With You in 1992, even as grunge was gaining popularity, is seen as some by the last gasp
Everybody went,
of the hair metal era.
This is enough.
If this is what you got, you're done.
Do we have any guys wearing flannel and doing heroin? Can we do something?
Yeah.
No more
Now,
bands?
it does say it does agree with you slightly here, Rob. It says, while Mr. Big was sometimes labeled a hair metal band, they were also seen as a band with more substance than some of their contemporaries.
So they are only a slightly deeper mud puddle. Dude.
Oh, man. Good old
choir.
Mr. Big. I love a song with big harmonies and stuff like that.
See, Extreme
That's
did
why
that
I like
too.
Wilson Phillip. Oh, Extreme and Mr. Big are very
Yeah,
similar.
they did the same thing, man. We'll lure them in with some radio play, and then they'll buy our record and see how truly
It's
bad
different.
we are.
Yeah, it's different. All right, today we got day baseball. It's getaway day.
It is a
getaway
busy day. I mean, there's like 15. Half the games are day games today.
Almost all of them, yeah.
That's
It's
crazy. Why?
people getting out of town. It's getaway day, Rob. They got to get to their weekend sets.
Oh, okay.
So
Is
usually,
that typical of
yeah,
Wednesdays?
it's like Wednesday and Sunday are usually the days that have a bunch of day games because they got to travel.
Yeah, I saw a whole article like full day of baseball today.
Yeah, Nick Lodolo and the Reds favored on the road at Washington. Michael Soroka and the Nationals. Reds minus 125 on the road. Dylan Cease and the Padres minus 145. They're in Miami taking on the Marlins. Sandy Alcantara going for Miami. The Giants send Justin Verlander to the Hill. Spencer Strider going for the Braves. Braves minus 170. I actually like the Braves a lot today.
I think he's got 8 strikeouts in him.
Strider?
Yeah.
No, that's a huge number, but I do think that the Braves get the win. I would play an under on Verlander.
I got a DFS at 8.
What's Verlander's?
He's not listed.
Oh, that's weird. Troy Melton and the Tigers looking to avoid the sweep at the hands of the Pittsburgh Pirates. How about that? Tigers minus 135 favorites on the road to avoid the sweep.
Verlander 4 strikeouts.
Give me lower than
I like
4.
less on that too.
Brock Burke and the Angels. Brock Burke's a made-up person, by the way. Sean Manaea pitching for the Mets. Mets minus 180. Kansas City sends Seth Lugo to the Hill a day after Rich Hill went out there at 45 years old and actually pitched pretty admirably. Got to give him credit.
He's putting
respect.
He put on his 14th jersey.
That's crazy, man. Tied for the major league record. Sweet. I don't know offhand who holds or who he's tied with. My guess is Octavio Dotel, who basically played for everyone. Colin Ray goes for the Cubs against the Royals today. The Cubs minus 155. Cardinals send Andre Payante to the mound. They're minus 190 favorites in Colorado. The Rockies going with Tanner Gordon. Quinn Priester going for the Brewers, who had their 11-game win streak snapped yesterday. 1-0 at the hands of the Mariners. We had one bet to give out yesterday. We got it. We said under in the Mariners Brewers 1-0. That'll get you the under every time. Quinn Priester, Luis Castillo go today. I kind of expect another under game with the Mariners and the Brewers here. 7.5 the number today. A little easier to palate than the 6 that they had yesterday. Astros go with Brandon Walter. They're in Arizona taking on Brandon Pfaadt and the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks minus 125. Chris Paddock and the Twins in L.A. taking out the Doyers. Dodgers minus 215 with Tyler Glasnow going for the Dodgers. The Dodgers aren't as dominant as they've been recently.
They're not bulletproof, man.
Even with Yamamoto on the mound, they lost. Zach Eflin and the Orioles go to the Cleveland Guardians to take on Slade Ciccone and the Guards. Cleveland minus 130. Lucas Giolito they're at Philly taking on Jesus Luzardo. The Phillies minus 155 there. Max Fried and the Yankees in Toronto taking on the first place Toronto Blue Jays. Yankees minus 145 on the road. Chicago White Sox are in Tampa. Jonathan Cannon for the Sox, Taj Bradley for the Rays. Rays minus 215. And it is here, another episode of Patrick Corbin Day. Rangers minus 145 hosting J.P. Sears and the Athletics, no longer the Oakland Athletics.
DeGrom yesterday looked fantastic.
Sharp.
Man.
Now, will Patrick Corbin follow it up with another elite performance?
Again, his 3.91 ERA.
It's incredible how much less sucky he is this year. It must be a contract year. It's the only explanation. Like this guy sucked for 3 years straight. All of a sudden, he's like a decent player.
It's the air conditioning at Globe Life.
It might be. Keeping his arm cool between innings. Lady basketball. The WNBA, only one game today. The Dream participate in a back-to-back after getting their ass kicked by Vegas yesterday. They got to go down to Phoenix and take on the Mercury. Mercury rising.
Did you see the
8-point favorites are the Phoenix Mercury.
The numbers came in for the All-Star game. Did you see that?
No.
They need to change that shirt to pay her what we owe her.
No one cared.
Us. Yeah, it's down by over a third. They went from like a 3-2 down to a low 2.
Yeah, man. It's
crazy. Pay her what you owe her.
How crazy is that one person? I mean, it's really unbelievable. TBT.
I watched some of that last night.
What'd you watch?
I watched the Bayheim Warriors take on what is it, the D3 Elite we are. It had a dumb name, but yeah, I love watching it. I don't remember what the final score is because everybody on the team is like, oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Mi Familia is out.
Is that the Texas team?
No, that's the Kentucky team that was
yeah,
favored to win the whole
them
thing.
Lose. I watched them lose on a last-second shot, yeah.
Yeah, they were favored to win the whole thing. They're gone. We Are D3 takes on the Stars of Stores. That's going to be a UConn team.
guys.
JXS Hoops takes on Heartfire. LA Ignite against Sideline Cancer. We all are against Cancer. They're minus 4.5 points. The books are so scared of this, like, because nobody really knows, and I mean, I don't either. But normally on a bet, it's a pick'em. You get minus 110 both ways. In baseball, they call it a dime line. You get minus 105 both ways if it's a pick'em. In TBT, whichever side you want to take, you're paying minus 130. Because the books have no idea. If you want to bet on this, you're already starting in a hole.
Because the chances are dudes might quit in the game. Well, I mean, literally, like, well, I'm done. I'm out.
Well, I think also because this would be if you were looking to fix a sporting event, this would be the easiest one to fix.
By far. There's no accountability.
Now, I doubt at Circa or Caesars, the books where you can get down real money, I doubt that you can even bet these games. But DraftKings they'll limit you to $100. You can have a $100 bet on it. Sure,
I would have no problem with the casino doing that, but they ain't laying any money on this.
No, they're not letting you put.
I'd like $10,000 on the D3 Elite, please.
Yeah, because it's like, hey, dude,
really?
You make sure we get an under here, and that got $5,000 coming your way to one of these dudes. He's like, hell yeah, I'll make sure we get an under. Yeah,
there'd be alarms set off from here to DC.
I would not bet confidently
Put
on
10,000 on Mi Familia, please, to lose.
That's probably what. Also, guess what's starting up? The Big Three starts this weekend. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Do you ever pay attention to this?
They came to San Antonio, I guess it was 2 years ago, and I went and walked through. No, I don't care.
I don't either. I thought maybe you would because you like the.
Old dudes playing basketball.
But I'm just thinking because you used to do 3-on-3 basketball.
Yeah, it's 3-on-3 is more of a player sport than a. It's not a fan friendly fun thing to watch. Bunch of backdoor cuts. It's just. I mean, it's half court basketball. It is what it is. Originally, it was that's what Joe Johnson's doing now. Oh, that's where that guy is. Oh, look at him. He can still move around. Now it's become wrestling. Didn't I see DeMarcus Cousins rub his nuts on somebody? And I mean, so weird. I mean, like, so. I mean, we're paying attention, but for an entirely different reason.
They did have a draft. I don't know if you were aware of the Big Three draft.
Do you have to be a minimum of 40 to be drafted?
The number 1 overall pick went to the Miami 305, Lance Stevenson.
Who's also been headliner for Trouble. Doesn't he start fights every week?
Second pick went to the Houston Rig Hands, Jalen Johnson. Ray Nixon went 3rd, Wesley Johnson 4. Amir Johnson went 5. Other names you might recognize, DeJuan Summers got drafted. John Millsap. Jeff Teague.
Oh, Jeff Teague.
Yeah.
He's going to play if he can get off work.
All right, that'll do it for our show here today, friends. But not for Rob. Rob's going to be out at the Bunk and Biscuit. Move on to Bunk and Biscuit out in Selma. That's where the Blitz will be from 2 to 6. Swing on by. Bring your pup. We'll see you tomorrow.